concentrate more on just running the table instead of dinking around. So this is part 3 of the Elderwood Oasis Trilogy, and we've got a full table tonight. We've got everybody back except we are missing our paladin Ekrub. Chris is feeling terrible tonight, and so he was unable to make it. And so we hope he gets better soon and is able to join us for the next game, or the next session. So anyway, before we get going, we're going to show off a few things because Ross is back with us from Universal Wrigley, and he brought up some of the pieces, or a couple of the pieces that his brother printed, his brother Drew printed, and then he painted and took a look at it. So if you guys want to take a look at those and kind of pass them around and show them to the camera, we've got what Zach has is like an hourglass. It's like a hollow hourglass piece, and it's amazing looking. I already think it could make a fun table light or wall sconce or something like that.
How well does it tell time?
Right?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go not great.
And this one, not good.
Oh, well.
And I guess I'm overstepping my bounds here. Ross, you should be talking
No,
about
that's
pieces. I don't want to take
nothing at all. No, not at all. All printed one piece. There's even the dice holder.
So yes, it opens.
Opens and the drawer comes out, and so I think that was all one piece.
How long does it take?
Those, I believe, were right around 12 hours.
Oh, wow.
15 hours.
Crazy.
I was pulling the wrong lever.
For me to hand carve this, it's 23 hours.
Oh,
But no, my hand shakes so much. He said 23 days. I don't know.
That's just right there.
All out of one piece of driftwood.
Yeah.
Does that have purpose? Was that like a dice roll or something like that?
I thought about that too. You could do that maybe fill it with dice and then give it a little.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You might get.
Oh, that's not a dice roll?
It could
I
be.
thought it'd be a tower or something. You could probably do something out the front where it could drop in with a ramp. But yeah, that's
Pretty cool. I didn't even notice that unscrewed.
Anything you want it to be.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
So,
Wow.
That's awesome.
Where do you
I
print
stared
your
at
rolls
it
at?
for a while.
Yeah, very.
I'd have to ask, I mean, he's got a couple of other droids, ink, Galactic Armory, he picks up some. I think that this is in a group that they all share.
Sure.
Galactic Armory, I believe, is a WSC brand as well.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's really huge. Look him up.
Brag about this. Yes, that dice, that's amazing.
That's pretty it warms them up in there.
Sorry.
Needs a secret drawer so that it's like it looks like you have a regular 20 die, but then like you pull a secret drawer.
Whoa, another 20. Another great.
My 20-sided 20 die.
I might encroach on your space a little bit with my monitor from time to time.
How weird. Another nat 20? What's going on? It's all because of this box.
Alright. Welcome back, Shay. I'm glad you resolved the issue the last time that took you out of the game. I'm glad that had a happy ending.
Love your stuff.
Oh, yeah. We have new stuff. Nobody wore the flyover one, but yeah, we've got new swag that we can start getting. And so yeah, we've got the Newbs design and we've got the flyover. Right? This is thank you, Jeff. You are a total badass. And then the flyover one, which was designed by my wife, not Jeff. So
She's badass.
She is badass. So yeah, you can get those. Well, no, not yet, but we can get them now. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, we've got the flyover demographics design and then the Newbs design. And all three of us are sporting here tonight. Woo. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know if anybody has. Oh yeah. school's back in session, and college is going to be back in session on Monday, so there's a lot of energy in town tonight. And we got Cruise Main going on, right? There's a lot of fancy cars outside.
We're down here in our nice quiet basement.
We're down here in a nice quiet basement. Down in the dungeon. I should say the 8-bit studio. Yeah, alright. So where we ended was right after an encounter in the you guys were pulled out of that pocket plane. The last thing you saw were those mages collapsing down into one and disappearing, and the guardian egg, that dragon egg, disappearing as well. Jonyoo took a shot at one of the mages, and it blinked before the arrow got there, so it sunk into the wall behind. And then shortly after the mages blinked out, there were a couple of mean-looking orcs in the room, and they turned and got your attention, but the plane started to break apart and began to fall back into astral space as you guys needed to escape. So you didn't have time to search the room, you didn't have time to fight the orcs, you just needed to turn and get back to that transportation circle as fast as possible. So you made it back, and the brute squad is pulled out of the collapsing plane by Shalara and the other druids that were keeping you there. They let the transportation link between the planes fade, however, they do not altogether close the link to that astral plane. Shalara, exhausted and on the verge of collapse, greets you as you come through the transportation circle. And then the other druids start to filter in around, and they look just as exhausted. And so you start to move away from the sycamore. You guys gather together, and all of them look like they just stepped off a battlefield of their own. They held that portal open against some extremely powerful arcane magic, and they held it there for no less than about 15 minutes, about a quarter of an hour. But it felt like an entire day. I mean, an entire day's work. They're just so mentally exhausted from keeping that link open. Shalara says, "It's good to see you. Were you successful? Do you have the guardian?"
Yeah, about that.
No.
It kind of disappeared when, before we were able to get a hand on it. It seemed like everyone in the room disappeared, so don't know what that's all about.
How do you mean disappeared?
Folded into themselves, right? Is that how it was described?
The temporal resonance of the space we were occupying seemed to collapse upon itself.
So time was a factor?
I believe it
You
was
mentioned temporal. What makes you think it was time?
not so much as time as in space. The second we were revealed, it seemed to trigger a response from whoever was holding that space together. As soon as our presence was known, they seemed to revoke whatever was keeping that space.
This isn't the first time we've heard of this phenomenon.
How so?
And she goes on to explain that hundreds of years ago, a couple of centuries back, there are scrolls or parchments, whatever they have for scholarly documents, that talk about a very similar phenomenon in a different area of the comic.
Well, then I might have something that may interest you. Pull out the schematics of the teleporter.
Oh.
We're assuming it's a teleporter.
Mhm.
Right?
Oh,
Making
well,
that assumption.
yeah, it's an educated guess, I would say.
Okay.
This is a diagram of a device they were constructing within this temporal region that I just so happened to come across. Mind you, at no small cost and at even greater risk. I go to briefly hand it to him. Nope. If you would like it, I would like some compensation. I know we have not captured the Guardian due to circumstances beyond our control, but this may lead you in a more appropriate direction. Maybe, say, 100 gold for the trouble and the risk of my life.
That is most generous. And absolutely.
Okay.
They
I'll
will
give
pay
it right
the
over.
fee. Pay the fee.
100 G's.
All right. Really quickly,
About getting paid over here.
have you switched to, you can switch to the encounter now? Is that
I think we're done, man.
larger?
Our first day there, I think we're
The
done.
cool rock, the cool walkie-talkie.
Some say I was
dead.
dead.
Just turned into a rock.
Yes.
I tried to make sure.
Is it? It's made of some sort of crystal or something.
I was so dead, I don't remember the whole end of it.
Oh, the seer stone?
The speaking stone?
We don't really have the other counterpart, so it is kind of
Just a rock.
just a rock right now. But I give that to them for free. I'm like, oh, here's another artifact of the realm.
Oh, she takes it and
Throws it in the lake.
she's like, magic is gone.
And I guess we describe to them too the three mages as well too as accurately as we can.
Okay.
Just to let them know kind of what was the last thing we saw. They were performing a ceremony around the guardian as well too, which I'm assuming
Like
invocation.
centered around
The guardian.
triangular
Yes.
in space
Mm-hmm.
around.
The guardian itself, as if trying to.
But there was a ring of some. There was a chassis of sorts. It looked. It was in the shape of a. They know what a U is. Would they have the? Would they have a horseshoe? Yeah, a horseshoe. There you go.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
the shape of a horseshoe.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, that's how they spell horseshoe.
We have seen this device as well.
Oh,
S-H-U.
intriguing.
That was also described in the tomes of ancient past.
No. Addressing.
Gotcha. And so, so she says it's disappointing to hear about the guardian, but it was not unexpected. And at that point, you see Seraphina, walking across the commons towards you. She nods to you, and then she nods to Shalara, and then she looks back to you and addresses the group. And at this point, Hugh also walks up, and he's looking much better after he had been cast out of the transportation circle when Gimano, the high elf, showed up and cast him and him and June, I believe, to join the others. And somebody else was in that. Was it you in that? Yes, you were starting to phase back. Yes. And so yes, all of them went back. And so now Hugh joins the group again, walking up. He's conscious, looks pretty rough. And then as you are crossing the commons to the inn, you notice, and then anybody who wants to look up, roll a perception check. As you're wandering across the commons of the oasis towards the inn. The inn you all know so well. You thieving little bastards.
I'm obviously oblivious.
Okay, I forget how to do it.
So here's all of your separate ones.
You stole from
That's right.
the monk proprietor of the inn. You helped him. That was your first
Oh, that's
Hit
right.
the 5.
Yeah, okay, that's right.
Oh, I drink one at the table, right?
Nice.
Is that how it went?
Oh, that's good.
Did you cast a spell to make him drunk?
No.
Maybe not. Yeah, but yeah, I think it was a drinking
Is it
contest.
like the higher the number is always better?
Yes.
And so,
More successful.
all right. Everybody who rolled over a 10, you look up and you see a night sky like a ring above you. And so above the heart grove, which is the center of the oasis, is a beam of deep purple arcane energy shooting up into the starry night. Though on the outside of that ring, it's clearly like mid-afternoon. Like you see the sun peeking out from behind the arcane well that's coming up above the heart grove. And it's a kind of a surreal sight to behold. And so Sarah looks around and sees those of you looking up and says, "We know some pretty powerful mages too." She says, "Get some rest, and I'll brief you on the next part of the plan when you wake." And so at that point, you guys can chat for a little while, and you'll get a full rest here, or you'll get a long rest. And so go ahead and take a long rest if you haven't.
Before Seraphine parts, can I mention the fiery cloak?
Sure.
All right. So I say, I have discovered another interesting artifact from our adventure. A fiery cloak that seems to only respond to a certain type of creature. I don't believe I'm able to harness its power, but maybe there may be someone here who would be willing to trade, say, this magical item for one of lesser value.
Where's the rescue part?
I would say absolutely, but can I see the cloak and can I examine it real quick and
Sure.
look at it?
I'll break it out.
I'm curious.
Take on
Sarah takes it and looks at it
and then
and
it'll refill all your
It was
Absolutely.
casting flame on the back of a
Okay, this is my question. Why so hurt?
Tipri no warrior druid.
She smells it and kind of takes one of her like a glove off and kind of rubs her hands through the kind of the fabric, and it's almost animal like. But she gets the smell of like combustion. She smells something that she's like, yeah, I think we can do some business.
Potentially, maybe a ring that imbues the same nature. I wonder if someone here in control of the elements might be able to make a small ring that is able to produce a flame.
If you come through this alive, I think we can probably look at some way of accommodating or.
Okay, no step back.
All right. So yeah, she's all for it. Sure. I mean, that's what they do. They enchant.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yep. So, all right. So I don't know if you guys want to
Long rest?
long rest, talk, chit chat.
I'm going to take a nap.
If there's anything you want to do, while you do that, I'm going to step over here real quick.
Excuse me? So we're back at the Oasis, right?
Yes. Rasiel, had you acquired a set of those throwing daggers you were looking for?
I think so. Well, hold on.
I gave you a crossbow too.
Oh, you did.
Throwing daggers on this cool. And I guess we don't actually have to risk our lives as well too for this guardian, but
I want to get some.
if you got lots of enchanted stuff, and I'm not really risking my life that much, I'm down.
Let's give this thing some air.
Well, Nikki was inquiring if that was supposed to be smack in front of the camera, and I'm like, I think so.
I was going to show off.
I didn't see it until just now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I have not. At the Oasis, are we able, like, these people can, like, enchant and stuff?
Yeah. Well, yes.
So
To
how
a
much
certain
that
extent, you
material
can
cost?
definitely ask. I mean, if you find the right person, you can definitely ask. I'm gonna say you probably won't find them
a month's
tonight,
worth
but they'll
of
find
something
them.
like that for like $20.
And so you can ask anything you want. Sarah is pretty much your guys' liaison to the Oasis.
Do you happen to have any spare arrows around? I can either purchase from you or
Sure.
trade.
No, absolutely. Let's see. Unfortunately, we don't have it here right now.
Get some sticks, start whittling.
Let's see what Jonyoo.
They're all the same.
Again, we don't really. We're not really into weapons manufacturing or anything. I mean, so
Can I?
that's rude. Please.
What would it take for, like, can I say Jonyoo goes out and fashions his own arrows?
Sure. Make a survival check.
When we were in that other realm, there were these floating hands that were making different foods, which gave us magical properties temporarily. You guys heard of this kind of magic? Is that anything you replicate?
I mean, once in a while for parties, stuff like that, and if we're doing something special or if there's some need for it, we'll do it. But
Is there something you could whip up for our party for some advantage going back into this?
while you guys rest, I'll definitely see what I can find out.
Awesome.
15.
15. You go out and you find some good wood. It takes you a little while. I don't know. You're able to make several, what do you call them, shafts. And I don't know, you're able to make 5. 5, you're pretty adept at doing it.
Does anybody else have anything they would like to enchant potentially as well too?
Is there such an enchantment of like, since you guys don't have throwing daggers, could I add an enchantment to my current dagger to be like, when I put my hand up in a certain way, it comes back to me?
Ooh.
Is that an enchantment, or would that, I don't know if that actually exists in this realm or anything?
We would need to ask around and
That would be
see if we
something.
can find. That would take some time. That's a pretty special enchant.
Like just
But let me look
grab
at
and
it.
throw, see if it works. Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, I can currently throw it.
Just, yeah.
Barter rank.
Absolutely.
Table talk, these enchantments kind of fall on us succeeding here. I'm guessing it's not like, here, just enchant some shit to make this easier on us. Okay.
It's not like they would give us
We're on the hook for this.
Well,
Would you advise us to really go down that path?
No.
I mean, you think if they want us to succeed, maybe they would give us the leg up before we
hence,
go out.
hence maybe the food that they'll make that gives us the advantage, like in the other realm. Like
Or
you
else-
eat it and you
Or
get
the
it.
food's just gonna kill us.
Enchanted weapons to kill really strong things that maybe we'll give back if we fail.
We don't just leave those things lying around. We generally make them for a purpose. So I mean,
Generally, though, he said.
So-
Would you call saving your guardian a purpose?
yes. But again, we came to you immediately.
Is there anything I can do so like next time I can get handed to me so quickly? One shot and I was on the ground.
Have to be complete bad.
You could see if anyone has any spare armor or a shield or something.
I don't know.
They could,
So if this were a
There
video
you
game,
go.
and you guys hadn't completed your quest yet,
Do they have a
would you
shop
use the
somewhere?
forward?
I'll be done before quarters.
Oh no, I can't do armor. I'm 700 years old.
I don't know what you
You could ask if I can loan you my shield.
I need more enchantment breaker.
You guys crack me
You can
up.
just do what I do and stand well behind everybody.
And
Alright.
so none of those things that we had, the pastries, the soup, the nothing came back through with us, right?
No.
Okay.
Are we still on the quest today?
You don't know. I mean, overall, yeah. But right now, you're going to be briefed on that after your long rest.
Okay.
And so,
Long rest. I'm good then.
yeah, once everybody's done. Yeah. Guys crack me up.
It's better than making crash.
How much blood can I squeeze from the stove?
Is it?
Alright, so you guys take your long rest, everybody's good to go, you got your arrows added. So they're able to, Shalara and Sarah meet you at the inn when you guys awaken, and downstairs you have the same selection prepared for you, and there's even some dancing mage hands around doing it just to show that they're flexing a little bit on you. And so there's a couple of mages wandering around as well that are kind of managing what's going on. But you have all the same selections.
Do we know what else?
To choose.
What else could those hands do? We don't do that. Nothing got it.
It was a long
Okay, can you read that if you want to read them off, if anyone inquires? Or is that,
Yes.
I might take this to the smile.
If you want to get started, try and look it up. Oh no, it's cached on my other machine because I brought that one out. Shit.
how many were you
So I couldn't
allowing
get it to
us?
sync.
How many were you allowing us to take again? Was it going to be like a stuff your bag full? Because when they disappear, they reappear. Same
Yeah,
arrangement.
Yeah. As soon as you cross the plane, everything you have is going to disappear. So you're going to need to eat what you
Oh, so you
buff
can't
before
transport.
you cross.
All right. Okay. So in case anyone doesn't remember, there were savory pastries, which gave you an HP bonus, sweet pastries, which gave you a speed bonus, frog stew, which gave you the equivalent of the jump spell, venison stew, which increased your constitution by +2, snail pie, which gave +2 to spell damage, and cactus soup, which increased your dexterity by +2. If anyone wants to pass that around and think about what they want to eat before we...
We're good to take a bunch of these with us and like pass them out to people.
No, as soon as you cross the plane. As soon
Oh,
as you
What's that mean?
So yeah,
This is
that's
just
the
math.
point.
This is
So
the
guys,
math.
your
This is the
system,
math for the jump
you guys are
spell.
looking.
But this
Oh,
This
is
is again where mages and different members of the Oasis are wandering through, and they're eating. I mean, it's a feast, and so everybody's
Okay,
snacking.
so if-
Yeah. And as
That's
they
what I
come in
want.
and they take the food,
The
it
Oasis
starts
runs
reappearing
around.
again on
Well, but he said it's
on
going to
the
disappear, so
plates
that
and
might
plates.
not be
Do
something
they have a
to talk
chocolate
about.
Oh, okay.
We've
Sure.
already taken a long rest.
I don't know if that's
So
anything
you
that
might
I
want to
just
do something like this that gives you
It's
a bonus.
beautiful and delicious.
Oh, sweet.
Or
Take it. I'm gonna go load up.
for you, you're a wizard, right?
Yeah.
Then you might want to go to the snail pie.
So if we eat one of the pastries, we can
Okay.
our hit points are we can be up to 54.
It's like you can take two.
So if you're at max hit points,
Yes.
you can have temporary hit points equal to the food. And so that would mean when you heal, like after you lose, like if you have +5 onto your max HP.
Yeah.
So you'd go up to what?
Well, like, so I'm at 52.
So you're 52?
I'd have 50.
Sure.
Because it's +2.
Right. And so as soon as you lose 3 hit points, if you heal, you only go back up to your max.
Right.
So you get temporary hit points equal.
Do the pastry stack?
What's that?
The pastry stack, like if we binge eat, we get like 40 health points.
You can eat 2 you can eat 2 to get the buff twice on any food,
Okay,
and you can eat 2 foods.
okay.
So you can't get overfull, and you're still expected to. You're going to be expected to go do something after this.
Okay.
That's the.
How do I get higher hit point?
Which one is
The first one?
It's the savory pastry.
the savory pastry?
And
So
that,
yeah.
and that I can keep that. That stays with me.
Nope. You need to eat now and buff because as soon as you cross, you lose.
But the buff stays with us.
The buff stays. Yes.
So it'd be. Should I do that since I only have like 27 hit points?
Would we need to wait for a
Is
digestive?
that all you have total?
Evaporate from our lower digestive tract.
That's what I asked, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
So what I think you do then, if you were to eat
Yeah,
those, you would add a temp hit point.
So you can eat 2
Hit,
foods.
like so, I don't ask him how much you
We
get for
essentially
eating.
get 2 bucks, I guess.
Asking what you get for eating 2 of them or something.
What, so, yeah, what do I get for eating 2 then?
What's that?
Yes.
So you would eat 2 of those?
If you guys
Yeah.
do this.
Okay. Eat 2 and add 10 hit points.
So I type in 10.
Probably go,
So you feel
and you're done.
good after you eat, and you feel better than you did. Did you eat a pastry last time?
No, you have plus 10 hit points now when you go back out. I think it was
Okay,
so
so
10 extra.
Cactus
Okay.
gives you +2 dex.
Oh, did you eat a pastry last time?
That means
We're gonna for the
I don't
purposes
know.
of story, we're gonna say you did.
I don't remember what I
So
ate.
the last pastry that you ate when you were on the plane tasted a little acrid. It didn't taste great. I mean, it tasted good, but this one tastes phenomenal. And so you're like, oh, you shut
the menu,
two
sir?
down almost instantly after you take that first bite. And then yeah, you add 10 hit points.
So can you two snail pies get +2 magic damage?
I think that's what I had to say.
Yes, but you would get +3 +3.
Oh, it's +3. I thought it was just +1.
This food you're starting to notice is a little bit better quality than the food that you had on the plane.
If I dip the snail pie into the chocolate fountain, do I get more buffs?
You get +1 initiative.
Yeah! Yeah!
Yes.
Delicious.
And so add.
That's the core of the actual
He puts it off the side in parentheses.
Yes.
So, is that the savory ones are still
How come it's not?
I think each savory one's +5.
Yeah.
I see A2 and
Oh.
and then just
There.
Oh, it's got that. Okay.
You're going there trying to eat as many steaks as you possibly could.
Yeah, you're
What was
supposed to.
came back from state track?
What was the dexterity one? Cactus
I would assume, yeah. Unless he says it's improved.
There we go.
Oh my god.
Sweet.
I'm not very
So then that was
tech literate.
2 savory.
I
Was that
I
what
bet
I was
you
understanding was 2 savory?
You better make
Yeah, we need 2 of any item to get the buffs and I guess stack as well.
Anybody else eating anything?
Yes.
I'm gonna eat 2 savory pies and then a cactus soup for dexterity.
Okay, you can add 4 dexterity
For each
and
one?
no 2 and 2. What was the base value?
Was
in it?
2.
So you do 3 and 3. And then what was the other one?
2 of the savory.
What was the and what's the save? Is the
The
savory
HP.
HP? Okay, so you get +10 temporary hit points there.
I'm gonna do 1 frog stew.
Wait,
One
so I can
sweet
eat something else too?
Mm-hmm.
Frog stew and
Jump ability.
okay. You eating 2 of those?
Just one.
Oh, just
One
one of
each.
those. Okay. What's the jump ability?
I don't know. You just
Okay,
frog
well,
stew is
that
like
got a little complex
Yeah,
because
I'm trying to remember.
yeah, I did my math on my character if you want to read it. So like your jump,
It's an equation.
yeah, because
What's that? Do you know what?
your jump distance is I looked it up.
You're a
Now I don't
computer scientist,
remember.
though, right?
Yeah,
That's what
math,
your degree is.
math was my weakest do.
Okay,
Point.
your jump distance from a standing jump is half your strength.
Strength.
Half your strength.
Okay.
Your
So, this number here.
yes,
So
half that is a standing jump.
5.5.
okay.
A running jump is your full strength.
Okay.
But the equivalent of the jump spell, the potion, it triples that.
I just
So I
want
basically.
I want to eat something else too.
So I'm running. I basically jump 30.
33 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, running jump is 33 feet. But you need to move 10 feet forward
Okay.
and then jump.
Okay.
And you want to do that again too?
Crisscross?
I'll just ask you that later.
So,
when you sit down.
do we need to have
Awesome spell.
a rule conversation on? So, can you
Snail body, yeah, do that.
run your max distance? Actually, this might be a question for Marcus, our off-screen benevolence. So, could he run his max distance, his max speed, and then jump for the 33 feet?
Well, frogs don't run, so
Fair enough. Good point.
yeah,
And that's
Yeah.
why.
just here.
That's why I like to see.
I
So they could swoop.
I
Fuck it.
I believe you can, but also it's D&D, so
Sure. No, fair enough. I just anticipated that coming up, and I didn't think of this. Hey, I'm
how
a noob.
physics can take place in your mind.
No, I get it. But
Maybe
I'm
the frog
still-
wants to do this.
So
Someone stays here.
So that and frog, 10 feet. What is your max? What is your run speed? 30?
30.
So you can get up to 43 feet. 45 feet, we'll say. And so if we double that, or did you double the equation? So I'd say you can move up to 60 feet then.
So I can jump 60 feet
So you can go,
if I run.
if you go 10 feet, then you can jump the double or whatever it is, right? That's huge, right? Isn't that what Moonspin could do?
Yeah,
We
Moonspin.
split hers up last time.
Oh, gotcha.
So, just for the sake of me writing this down, so I don't have to ask later. So
Right.
she took the jump portion or whatever.
All right. You gotta do that math yourself now.
So I had to take her strength by half.
That's for
From standing.
Yeah, okay, so she has 18, actually, do you do the modifier too? So she's at-
No, just whatever your strength is, not a plus. Just whatever the strength is. So my strength is 18, so I can jump 9 feet standing.
Okay, so she's at 9 feet from a standing jump. So then you take that times 3,
Times 3.
27.
Yeah, so that's 40.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what's her running?
54. Because she'd be 18 times 3, right? 54? If I-
44.
But she can do her normal speed
No.
distance and then.
35.
What's that? She can go, because it's the jump, it's the frog,
Yeah.
10 feet, and then your max jump.
35.
54, you were right.
I was right?
Yep.
The official ruling is with jumping, it has to be part of your movement speed, not all of it. So you can't do your full movement speed and then jump. But that still feels silly because what if you just take 1 foot off
Sure.
and then jump?
No, exactly. That's why I think we're just gonna do a house rule 10 feet
Yeah.
for frog jumping.
You want to add the.
So we have to run 10 feet.
10 feet.
Call it a running jump.
Yep.
And then what was the equation for how far you go?
Times 3.
Strength times 3, and then what was the addition you added? Was that along with how far you can walk?
Because it's whatever that number is,
Yep.
plus 10.
Okay,
you
so
need to go
we
10
43.
feet.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And then your jump.
Okay, yep. So you're just adding it all together.
Right.
Okay.
X plus.
Nikki goes G's on his math.
I wanted some snail pie too.
Alright.
So
So what's. Yes.
Snail pie is a
That's-
plus 2 to his spell damage.
Spell damage. Okay, that was plus 3. So you're gonna just be able to have to remember to add 6 to your spell damage.
it's 6.
Oh shit! So you might have to write something down.
Did I write something down last time?
Did anybody do the sweet?
I did.
You were gone, I think. Yeah. So did anybody do the sweet
What's
pastry
the
last
one?
time?
Yeah.
Remember what that was?
The sweet pastry is plus 5 to your speed.
Your speed.
Oh, that's what that
Oh, you
was.
got a sheet.
Plus 5.
Okay.
You do the
Is
same
this
time
on?
as he did.
No.
Like,
No idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat a sweet pastry to increase my speed. Getting
Oh,
one of them, or
what's it here?
plus 5.
Plus 5 to speed.
Yeah.
And it was already plus 5.
That's what it was in the other realm.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that one is just gonna have to go. You can just eat 1.
I'll eat 2. I'm kind of hungry.
Okay. So I'd say you get 7.5 speed for each.
what's
So
the one?
14.
5 or 15.
15. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. So let me figure
I was
this.
gonna be like, did I just do that?
Nope. I did that. So another 3, which is about like.
Well, you said 6 to what? I was supposed to write down 6.
Plus 6 to spell damage. Alright, who else is eating food yet? Anybody need to eat? Add their stuff. We should know what we got by now. It's all the same, so find something you like, eat it.
Was the plus 6 spell damage for 2 of it?
Yes.
We need 2.
Yes, you need 2 pies and then 2 of something.
So there's 55.
I'll have the 2 constitution ones.
Constitution, and what's the benefit for that?
Plus 2
Constitution.
constitution.
+2
Yeah.
to Constitution.
Yeah, for each one.
So it would be +3 +3.
Oh, 6.
So 6.
That's a win.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you're so sneaky.
Nice.
Anybody else?
I just had my leg blown out 2 weeks ago, so.
Like, we're gonna try to work
I'm not keeping track.
It's still,
So here's my new speed.
it's still magically healing. I think I put it on backwards the first time. It's elf and wizarding long time. It
So
takes.
the description on the fiery cloak says
I don't even know why I'm here. I just wandered
no fire
around
no
and
lock
lost.
chance to benefit. I'm assuming that's limited to the race and
I'm not. I just
Occupation?
sent you. I copied and sent it.
Okay.
wasn't me.
I was just
didn't
curious.
edit anything.
if I can arcana, like whatever my spell is to detect how to use something, identify. If I could possibly use the cloak myself, if I can figure out how to turn it on. Let's just switch up.
Yeah, you can try that.
Alright.
I thought you did that last time.
Well,
I
I
don't
don't
think,
know.
I don't think you've had time to do that yet.
No, I think you did that for the map. Or the
Something like that.
schematics.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Before you just straight up stole it.
Well, I guess you do now. I mean, it was gonna disappear anyway, so. Is there anything I have to do? Roll for that? Arcana?
You're doing it. Roll. Yeah, an Arcana check.
23.
Yeah, you inspect it and you smell the same things that that Sarah smelled, and now that you know kind of what you're looking for, and okay, and you have an idea that you just need to put a flame to it,
Okay.
and you will. That would be the benefit.
I guess I want to look for 60 feet of rope and maybe some flint before we leave as well, too, if that's an opportunity to be
If you wander out into the trees of the oasis, roll a survival check.
Gonna survive, gonna survive.
Does
I will
does the
survive.
speed bonus just get added to our walking speed?
Yes.
A natural 20.
Shit.
You've been warming your dice up in that thing.
Right?
No, I rolled crap on this. I'm using my phone.
Oh,
Oh wow! You switch into the
Transition, yeah.
That's right.
That just blew my mind. What was your question?
Looking for rope and flint.
You find, you find plenty of vine that you are able to untangle and just quickly.
All the rope and flint in the area just suddenly just dives at your feet.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're able to find everything that you need.
A big pile of rope.
The bounties are out there.
And while you're outside, Shalara and Sarah come up to you and they follow you out. Is everybody walking with? Are we ready to leave? Everybody buffed?
Do they have any like magical shop in there that sells
No,
stuff?
not right now.
Yeah.
No, there's no magical shop. They're not.
I don't even know if I have any money. I'm pretty sure I got the satchel here with a bunch of stuff in it, and I like my stuff.
so your GP would be in your possession. You have 10 gold pieces. So if you click that, it'll give you total currency. You have 10 gold pieces.
I wanted to keep it rich. No, but it's
You approach the bartender behind the bar, and it's a bigger guy. Looks very like he's northern.
Oh, and could be now year 600.
Kind of shaved hair. He's balding a little bit. And he's just washing a glass behind the bar.
Please don't try and headbutt him.
You asked him for some milk. And he's like, looks at you over and he's like, yeah. He goes over and out of a bucket.
Nice.
You should, yeah. And he gets you a glass of milk. He dips it in a bucket, brings it back over. It's got some big frothy cream on top. Puts it down and so there you go. Slides it down. There, this is the Oasis. There's no real charge for anything here. It's
I'll take a table, please.
all right. All right, you have an ale before you head outside.
I probably will join him.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Ale, yeah.
Everybody has an ale before they go outside.
We got something.
Our celebration, celebration drink.
We got one or two things.
It's a
We
good,
also have some fine whiskeys.
it's a good day to
Not
die.
sure what we're celebrating. We haven't won yet.
It's a good day to die.
Oh, yeah.
Our traveling toast.
I'm just glad I got brought back to life, actually, so I'm celebrating life.
I had DNR written on my chest, but I'm still got You're 701.
You're still smoldering.
DNR.
I'm just walking around looking for a place to die.
Alright. So everybody convenes outside in the courtyard, wandering out with their mugs and ale and whatever else they're having to drink or whatever vice they're having before they go off on this final part. And like I said, Shlar and Sarah greet you all outside and they walk with you. You're walking towards the Heart Grove, and again you look up and you see it's still there's that same arcane beam shooting up into the sky. But the sun is farther down and it's almost sunsetting, and there's just this big black hole in the middle of the sky as the rest of the sky is moving to sunset, moving towards dusk. And as you are approaching the Heart Grove, there is a powerful looking mage who sees you approaching, and she starts waving her hand around somatically. And begins to whisper an incantation as you approach. And she's starting to draw a circle, and as you approach, there's a portal that appears in that circle, and there's a staircase inside.
Up or down?
Those stairs go up.
I like that better than down.
They're sending us to heaven.
So she wishes you good luck, and
Away we
gets
go.
you
Okay.
on your way. Alright.
I go last.
Any information about?
We don't know what you're looking for in there. We're just holding that main chamber in place. We're hoping that you get some time to look and see. Hopefully there's something there that can give us some information on what they're doing. The schematics that you showed us are very valuable. Our mages
Oh yes.
are looking into those and
How valuable?
seeing-
More than 100 GP.
They both paid you much more.
Okay.
Remember
my generosity. Shall I return alive?
You'll make up for it in enchantments.
Oh, she doesn't tell you that she would have paid you much,
Of course.
right?
Or she does, as she tells you to go into the portal.
Right.
Oh, that would have been worth $1,000.
By the way.
You got fleas,
So,
loser.
yes, just any information you can bring back.
Okay.
That's
On the
what
egg.
I think it's named
that's what we need.
on the-
Oh no, wait.
We need to know where that
Yeah,
is.
I think that's
Got it.
Check.
I'm assuming we're going to find out, but the portal that we're going through, is that essentially leading us to an area close by this thing? Like they were able to like say, oh, we kind of have an idea magically where it went, but they didn't get us directly there. Kind of like how we went to this other realm to
Yep,
find it.
yep.
Did they still track where the egg now is, relatively speaking?
Good question. They lost track of the egg.
Starting from scratch.
Yes, as soon as it left to that other plane, they knew where the plane was, but they didn't have a bead on the egg itself.
Okay.
They just knew where it went initially. They were able to follow the magic back, not the egg. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm just curious if we're going to get there and it'll be like 4 days of travel.
4 days of travel.
I mean, time moves different in these realms, I assume. So.
Question: do I have a horse?
Nope.
Question: do I have a Segway?
All right. So as you walk through the portal and you enter a new realm, now we can move everything off.
Ooh, okay. You want to hand everyone their pieces? Or
Sure.
are you going to play some?
Nope. Everybody can take their pieces. They're gonna go onto the board.
Okay.
Is this you?
And so as you're walking through the portal,
No, I think I have like. It is.
I have Hurey.
can you hand the dice box? I think that's you. I didn't know where you were, Shay, and so
I think I was just
Yeah,
demonstrating
sure.
his painting skills.
Oh yeah, that was that.
As well as that night.
Yeah,
That's what he thinks I wanted.
This is
Oh,
who you
really?
are.
Wow. That was the one from last time. Very
I
cool.
don't know if you're watching this.
Yeah.
So,
There you are.
Oh, no, I can't.
Maybe this
I
is
don't
one.
know if Marcus can see
Might be.
that. Which camera should I show this to? This one? Alright. You've got it top down.
Oh.
We will show. Can you see
There's
that?
Ekrub in all his glory.
Alright, so yeah, there's Ekrub.
Someone on that end want to grab?
Yes, we're just gonna lift it off as I can get it.
oh,
If you
cute.
can get it up.
I'll follow over. I got it. You go back over. Okay.
Alright, so now we can reposition that camera.
I mean, it's fine.
Okay.
It wasn't bad at all.
Do I need to move back?
No. Just go for that.
So you guys come up through the stairs.
No.
Yes.
You fell down this way?
Yeah.
Sorry, pardon my reach.
I don't know where everyone wants to be.
Leave them there. And so those were the two orcs. The one is the gnoll, sorry. Those are the two orcs. I can't find the other.
Do you need another work?
Yeah.
I got some.
Alright.
These are the two that were chasing us?
So those were the two that were in the ritual chamber when you came in. They were the two that were guarding the ritual. And so they're the ones that were turning at you and starting to chase.
You said one's a knoll
Yeah,
or
that
what?
one's a gnoll, so I'll take that one. You can put this orc face down or just floating out there.
So are
They
they
give you the fire rate
sleeping?
roll because it deals with strength.
Roll an investigation.
I sent you a text with the details.
Okay.
I'm giving Dave my fiery cloak as soon as we
Woo!
Make sure I
Can he use it? Or am I the only one with knowledge enough to use it?
I say he has to get rid of his other cloak.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, man.
That's true.
A fair trade, my friend, for the time being.
That will drop me down to AC as well, though. But I might have a fix for that.
Okay. Check out the stats. I sent you a text.
I said send a dog. Or whatever.
Dogs, yeah, right? Well,
Oh,
first
so
cat.
One's like honestly, outside.
+2 on food spill protection.
I didn't know
Well,
that.
Well, does that stack on top of my usual rage, though? It might. So if I'm wearing the cloak of fiery rage and I engage rage, does that mean I get a +4 to my damage rolls?
Sure does.
Wow, well, that's handy.
There you go.
Holy crap. Okay. But that means I need to take the other one off, right? We're saying that.
Yes. You can only single cloak.
Okay. I can't wrap it around my head.
No, we're not gonna double.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
Then
unless
I need
you want to take like
What's a +1 for the magic? I can turn that off.
Jonyoo is just going to mock the hell out of you if you wear double cloaks.
I'll deal with that.
You'll get hot, really.
That's true. Okay.
I mean, it is on fire, so.
He's gonna mock you to the point it's gonna debuff.
Worth.
All right. So I need to make some notes here then.
Just making notes. You're taking the wolf cloak or the bear cloak
Temporarily.
temporarily. All right. You
Okay, that'll give you a +1 to AC.
Yeah.
Swapping cloaks.
What was the name of that bear? The bear had a name.
Wasn't
Shakira. So,
I think it was.
Can't remember.
I feel bad now. I'm wearing its skin. I don't remember its name.
I think we were watching a lot of Zootopia at that time.
Very what you know.
So we see enemies as soon as we pass through the portal. Are we enemies?
So,
You rolled an 11.
an 11.
For investigation,
You take a look over, and they're just floating in that kind of a, it's that purplish, bluish, arcane, like plane that you were seeing out the windows when you were running through the original dungeon, I guess. And so you start to notice as you look around, everybody make a perception check.
Yeah, like wondering, like, is this something that I'm gonna be checking out? You know, being like an old wizard. Ooh. Perception.
13.
18.
21.
Everybody looking around, you recognize it as the space you were in previously before your rest. It's just starting to fall apart, and there is a force holding what's left together here. So this is the mage's magic, the beam that is coming up. Those of you who rolled over 20, look over the edge, and you see the reverse of what you were looking up at. You look down and you kind of see the oasis below you, and like the plains spreading out outside of that circle.
Did anybody else have over 20? I know I had 21, so if not, can I communicate that to these guys? Basically like, oh, I don't fall?
Yeah.
Okay.
You say don't fall, everybody else turns and looks around and they see the exact same thing. They see that it's very strange.
Do the don't look down.
Big old people down there.
No.
You're gonna ask for more milk?
No, it's too far down. So the main study area, let's see here. As you step out onto this platform, you can tell it's a ritual chamber being held in astral space. The walls are gone. There are holes breaking apart in the floor. The main study area has been preserved. The desk and I only put 2 out there. 2 bookcases are next to that fireplace with the funky, unnatural red-orange flame. However, as a whole, this place is on the verge of disappearing. The mage is back in the oasis, caught it before it had fully vanished. And so now make a perception check.
Everybody?
Yes.
18.
Not worth mentioning.
21. Yeah.
15.
Hell.
15.
Oh, you got it. Sorry.
I've rolled
16.
2 17s in a row.
16. Everybody who rolls over a 10, you notice several large bat-like creatures circling above the platform. They look like humanoid man bats.
Can we shoot him?
Excellent question.
There are 2 types of people.
You can certainly try.
That's what they ask all of us. Shoot first.
I'm going to tell you neither of them are.
Alright, well.
But yes, you could do both.
I'll wait.
How about we just ignore the things?
This is.
We walk out.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Do the man bats, do I know what they are?
Well, if you
Have
want
I
to
ever
set
seen
me,
them before or anything like that?
Make an arcane check.
Okay.
Do they notice? Did you say that? Did they notice us? Or are they just kind of like.
Nope, they haven't noticed you.
15?
oh, best to leave them.
15?
Yes, I agree.
You know that they are creatures that live in the astral space. You've heard of like these large bat-looking creatures, and you know they're not friendly.
Okay.
Not friendly?
Not friendly.
So I
Is there any,
shoot that.
Can you enchant them so they don't see you?
Can you?
I
Do you have that spell?
I don't remember. Do I have the bats? Calling spell? I don't think I do.
Gimano, living up to his name, kind of wondering, can I make us invisible? Unless he...
Well, not so much invisible. It's like, yeah.
So is table talk, do you want to enter the room and investigate what's in the room? Or we...
Make an investigation check.
Ah! Can I shoot light at him and scare him away?
Forward, so.
is that everybody?
I'd say, no, move to where you want to move to. This is your guys' game board now. So get where you want to be. Do what you want to do. You see the desk and bookcases.
Moving right up.
I was gonna say, I'm holding back.
The
I
fireplace.
feel like something's gonna jump out and cut my head off. So I'm
Defensive position, maybe up near June there.
Is this
yeah,
you?
yeah, that's me. Maybe kind of keep an eye out on everything.
So sweet.
We'll team up on this.
I'm hanging out.
It's not me protecting you. It's kind of
As
teaming up, keeping
you
an
guys
eye
move
on it.
around,
Okay, all right.
make a perception check.
I'm hoping that they come closer to
Anybody
the
who's
post
moving
stick.
around defensively, make
Yeah.
a perception check.
I'm just.
I'll start trying to figure out.
17.
Yeah. Grab that piece right there and hand it to me. That
Big
is-
number and. Oh, 13.
18.
9.
So anybody defensively looking around starts to see that there are other pieces that used to be, that were there, that are now gone. And so the environment is collapsing.
Do we, by chance, know how long we have? Can we tell how long we have before this thing collapses and take us with it?
Okay, nobody asks, so make a perception check.
I need that 17 to come back, not 5 I just rolled.
Come on, baby.
8.
8 plus 4. You said perception? 11?
11. Yeah. You.
12, yeah, sorry. Remember when I said computer science or math
Right.
over subject?
And
What's that do?
so yeah, you notice that. I mean, the place is collapsing, and so I mean, you just perceive that there are only moments left. You should probably-
We should probably
So you
You
can
should
probably
probably
go to each one. They roll one of them, or you can stack them.
Boy.
So you said
So everybody who is up here approaching the desk, what do you want to do here?
I want to see what's on the desk.
All right.
It's,
Make an
it's basically
investigation
just to
check.
make it like a roll for
Right.
their
Investigation check.
While they're doing that, I'm just gonna communicate. We should hurry
damage. I think it would be used for.
Oh.
to say, hey,
Otherwise, it automatically does
Makes
it.
it.
Okay.
10. All right. Bruno runs up to the desk and in a rush he hits like a stack of scrolls and parchments and stuff that fall to the floor, and he doesn't really see anything else on the desk. But as Hugh runs up, he grabs some of the parchments and starts looking at them. And what languages do you speak?
I speak Celestial, Common, Gnomish, Goblin.
You see the scrawling. It's structured. You understand it as a language, a high language. You've seen Elven before, and
There you go.
so you grab all of that and stuff it in your. Do you have anything, coat or anything, or
Yeah, I got a backpack.
in turn and say, all right. Okay, so you grab that. Anybody else doing anything here?
Are they close enough to vote with the stick?
You can mess with them, certainly.
Okay.
Any loose rocks around my feet?
What do
I mean, you can't. I mean, what do you? Like, I mean, you're not gonna reach him with a stick that's like 50 feet.
Can I hit
Do you
him with a
have a stick?
crossbow?
What kind of mood are you in?
I'm just gonna shoot something.
Sure. Yeah. Make a. How come I just blanked on an attack?
Okay. Okay. 14.
I think you miss. I think his 16 was his AC. And so your arrow or your bolt shoots right past.
And it's
Yeah.
gone forever.
That's okay.
Anybody else doing anything?
I'm curious. So they're just floating. So what's to say
moving either.
Oh.
Those are yours.
Oh.
So make a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just continue.
Give me the card and give me the keys.
That is a solid 15.
You look at them and you definitely tell they are dead, floating there in astral space.
Is there anything on them?
I mean, they were wearing their armor and everything. One of them blips out as you're watching. It's gone. The one, let's take the solid guy. Yeah, he's good gear. So he is now
So he has
disappeared,
armor.
and you witness him vanish out of existence.
That's a smooth reminder.
Yeah.
The cat creatures
Oh,
are
check it out myself.
they see it, and one of them looks over and sees the angle, sees you guys, and they shriek, and they are coming in to land.
Do we have time for this though?
We need to look for
A door or an exit or something, yeah.
Stairs.
Downstairs.
that would take us back to the Oasis.
Right. They land, and they are attacking.
Oh, shit.
So remember that moment where I was like, hey, should we shoot him or something?
What do you want?
Just like the
You got what you wanted.
Oh, of course you're right next to me.
Those are the bats.
Bat creatures.
Yes.
Man bat creatures.
Sorry.
So they literally
Called out like that.
so they literally landed the farthest away from us.
I'm gonna go with I'm just laying on top of my head.
All right. So let's roll for some initiative.
Okay, where did we go to? Actions. Skills.
Yeah, so
The man bats are
your
one.
initiative.
If you can envision it, I
You click
picture them
zero.
almost a mix between like an actual man bat looking creature and the creatures from Beastmaster that dropped in and wrapped you in the shower curtain and
Sucked all the juice out of you.
right.
Gotcha.
So that's what I envision these things looking like. So they're terrifying looking creatures. Even though I only had cultists to portray them on the battlefield.
Hurry's not particular.
Can I roll intimidation?
What's that?
Can I roll intimidation?
Yell at them.
You can definitely, yeah, go for it. And then can everybody roll? What's that?
An 8, not to intimidate.
No, not too intimidating. They're very fierce looking creatures. Alright, anybody get over a 20?
I got
What was it? What was supposed to roll?
Roll initiative.
Oh, no.
20
10.
20 even? Anybody get 20? 20 going once? 20, 20, 20.
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying 20.
If you don't say anything, you can put it at the bottom.
Right? Yeah. Over 15.
Me, I had
18?
17.
17? 18, 17? Anybody? Alright, so we've got 18 over 10?
12.
10.
I had 14.
Okay, so dexterity. Just your dexterity, not a dexterity check. Just what's your dexterity modifier? Sorry.
Oh, that's on.
That should just be whatever your plus dexterity, so plus 2. So you're plus 2.
I have a +5.
And
Because
June
I had that.
So June goes first.
Oh, right. Yep. You had the plus 2 to your dexterity.
Cactus.
I am going to have all of them go at the same time, just for the sake of brevity.
John, you had 10.
I had 12.
You had 12.
Was he all of
What are we talking about?
So who had over 10? I have the 2 14s. 12. I thought there was one more. What'd you have? A 10?
We're talking about the initiative?
Yeah.
That's cool. 10.
That's 10, right?
Is this person a goblin? No, I'm just kidding. Just switch that.
And what'd you get, Jymon?
10.
10.
Initiative.
So Those two should face off.
Yo.
Makes dexterity. Oh yeah, what's your dexterity modifier? I'm pretty sure the ranger's gonna have it here.
Yeah,
Plus
he's
6.
got it. Oh damn, I keep back. Oh man.
I'm gonna proceed as though you don't have plus 6.
I don't have
He
any.
does.
No, I'm dead. Every step I take.
Who's left?
Who's been done?
9.
What a quest, I don't know what it is.
These guys said you want to come with us?
Alright.
A lockdown? I was at home. A lockdown. They let me out of the.
Alright.
Awesome, I just had a
How many
lockdown.
hit points you got?
Got on the bus.
What would you like to do?
So just to confirm, I have plus 6 to magic attack. Magic missile is only for +1, so would that be 1d4 plus 6?
Sure.
Or I guess plus 7. So 1d4 plus 7 times 5 because I'm casting it at 3rd level. So that'd be a cumulative of plus 21 to this roll. I'm attacking the closest bat. Man bat. 20 damage, 21, 33 total damage points.
You're here. So which one did you attack?
The one in black.
This one? Okay.
Oh, jeez.
That's awful. No, 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 no,
I'm just asking
No.
a question.
Portion.
Just like Fox News. I'm just asking.
I'm just
No.
asking a question.
no. You're not asking that now. No.
It was listening to you.
Can I assume that these guys are specific like your bad creatures?
You can
I don't know if they're
You don't know.
creatures.
you can make that assumption, but you don't know what the creatures are for sure, so you don't know.
That's what I was wondering, like, see a ball of light.
But they also look like those creatures. I mean, they just look like these weird, fierce, winged, animalish creatures. I didn't know how else to frame it without making them sound too mammalian.
How do you know if it's an actual creature from
It's an astral creature. It's not a real one. They look
This on ass.
And so you hit number one,
Fly around those big old booties.
because there's no block in that, right? Those are just hits.
That's a hit.
Yeah, you pelt the hell out of that one and bring it to the ground, and it is really rough.
Knocked down?
Not knocked down,
Oh, okay.
but you
He took it, took
took
a
a wall up,
Took a lick.
and you take a step down. Raz, how many hit points do you have?
28.
What do we want to do?
Which ones are they?
What do I want to
These
do?
great
That's a
ones?
great question.
Yeah. The gray druid looking guys.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to that guy to my this one right here.
You're turning to the guy to your right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come up just a little bit. Get right close to him.
Just a little bit.
And then I'm going to pull out my hand axe and take a swing. I'll roll, but then I'm gonna do the 2-weapon fighting. I got a bonus action, so then I'll also grab my dagger and then take a stab at it.
Okay. And you want to do both your hits at once?
I
What's your
mean
swing?
just 1, 2.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect.
So I'll do the hand axe first.
Okay.
And 8.
8 unfortunately misses.
Well,
So you miss with your first swing.
okay. And then hopefully my dagger comes through. That's what I meant to do.
If you need another.
7. Okay, well, I missed both.
All
7.
right. So you missed both. You're kind of dizzy from crossing over into the plane. You started to
Good work. I saw 3 of them.
detune. I don't know. I can't think of the word.
I saw 3 of them and I aimed at the wrong one.
We're behind.
That's Rez's. And Hugh, you're up next. How many hit points do you have?
I have 59.
Oh, we're going to battle now.
But so he didn't grab anything. I did. So I was here. Since I was at the desk, was I there?
Yes.
Okay.
Theoretically, yes.
Anything still on the desk?
Roll an investigation check.
18.
The rest of us are just trying to pull down the fourth leg. He's like, what's on this?
You find another set, like a book, like a tome, and you grab that quick.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I do.
So that's your action.
I didn't
No
know
crucifixes?
and then I don't want to follow the voice. I want to dip.
Okay.
I folded it down. Just yeah. I folded it
Not
for
really
55. I need another one.
Are those called my
They're over there.
No, it's just a normal attack.
Okay.
You grab me
So-
another one, or okay, just in case I do something.
Okay. So move your distance, and
30 feet.
it's going to get an attack of
Or you
opportunity
can count on
on
these.
you,
These are 5.
Oh.
and it's going to miss terribly.
I'll see. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay, so it misses you on its attack of opportunity. And that's you, June. You're up. How many hit points do you have?
54.
What do you want to do?
I want to turn around and longbow this dude. Take that.
All right.
So then,
Roll for hit.
21.
21.
Mhm.
That hits.
So then, which one is the D8?
D8 is the double pyramid.
This one? There are 2 of these ones?
That's not. Yeah.
Okay.
So not that one. I think that's a 10.
Can I roll this?
Yeah.
Okay, dope. So that's gonna be 8.
8 points of damage, and you were attacking this guy.
Yep.
Yep. He is gone.
And then I can
How would you like to end it? Where do you wanna? Where'd you
On the
shoot
line?
him? He's done.
Oh! I hit him right through the head.
Right through the head.
Like
All right.
blood everywhere, brain everywhere. He has his and then collapses face forward like this.
Perfect.
Okay.
He down, and when he hits the ground, he kind of just.
I get 30.
We hear a fading. We hear a fading through the astral plane
From somewhere.
We're not sure where, but we hear it.
So then can I use my second action to hit that one?
Yep.
With the longbow?
Yep.
Okay, I'll re-roll. That's 17.
17's gonna hit.
And so then 7 points of damage. And I'm done.
Okay.
What happened to the one that died?
Through the head.
Blood, brain matter everywhere.
Yeah.
Bruno.
Did you do materialize? or
Yeah,
is it
she
still
disappeared
48?
into the
What would
ether.
you like to do?
Turn and
When he asked how many hit points I got that time.
Smack that guy.
Yeah, I didn't think you would.
I mean, I did.
Smack my back.
So I can just go to what I want to do next.
Yeah, even if they're temporary.
Roll for hit.
Oh.
Maybe mention that they're temporary.
I think it's plus.
Yes.
seven damage. Yeah, 7 with damage.
So did you hit that one then? So did you roll a 1? So you rolled a 1 plus, so that's that was a critical fail. You completely, your weapon just goes right through it. Like it's almost like it wasn't there.
So then with
Yeah,
the-
that is a little, I mean, it's there. And so that was, what, did you swing with that one first? So yep, now you want to swing with the other one, the +5.
11.
11 misses also. See, That one you hit, but it doesn't penetrate the cloak. Carapace, there you go. That's a better word. Do you want to move or anything, or
Move. I can take 5 steps back.
it's going to get an attack of opportunity on you? And then, no, it's not going to hit. That is not going to hit. 12 to hit. I'm guessing your AC is over 12.
Yeah, 13.
All right. All right. Now they are up. And so this one is going to. One is already down. One was the painted one.
Do I get an attack though?
You do, but it's not your turn.
Oh, I have no idea.
Thanks, Gimano.
No idea. I'm just like, I really want to beat someone.
Nice.
That's how it's going this far.
And so number 2 is
I believe the caught Raz going with Raz.
multi-attack. It's going to take 2 bite attacks at you. Oh no, it's multi-attack with its a bite and a claw. So it's going to bite first, and then
That's
it's going to hit.
That's why I didn't fight.
Oh, it's not a hit.
No, 12
I'm
to
like
hit.
all the way over here.
Oh, you gotta be. No,
Alright, it bites and snaps at you but misses. Its claw attack is a 10, which is going to miss then as well. So it completely misses.
Cool.
The second one is. It's going to come in on the wizard and do the same thing. It rolls a 9 on its first hit. Does 9 beat your AC? It's biting at you. That's your AC actually.
Oh, okay. 10.
10.
10.
So it meets or beats, so it hits.
You said
Oh no, I rolled a 9.
You said 9.
I said 9.
Yeah.
Before that.
As in,
So it misses. 9. Exactly, you're not wrong. And so now it's got its bite or its claw attack, and that's going to be that one will hit. That is 16. 16 to hit, and so I go 2d4.
I'm just catching up.
I should have looked that up, or I should have got those first. I should have been ready.
does Gimano the high elf smirk?
8 points of slashing damage to you.
What do I do there?
And then the next one is.
subtract it off your hit point.
This one is going to turn and chase the closest one to it, which is Hugh. And it's going to do the same attack, and it rolls a 24 to hit. But with its bite, so it sinks its jaws into you. Oh, I need 1 to 10. Ooh, and it does 13 points of piercing damage to you. And now it's going to roll for its claw
You know, it
attack.
always did. It pissed me off a little bit.
That is going to be a 12 to hit. Yeah, 18. So yes, its claw attack just bounces off your armor. And then we've got this one. So we'll call this one. That one, and so it's going to. Oh, that one is going to hit. That's going to be a 19 to hit.
Go here.
And
I'll do this.
a 20 to hit. So it hits with both its attacks. So the bite attack first is 5 points of piercing damage, followed by
For you? For who?
6 points up for Gimano, and 6 points of slashing damage.
So I can just go straight up to 11 and.
Yes.
Try to get up to 11.
Damage.
And then after that, we go to Hurey.
If
First.
if this guy has his back to me, does he know I'm coming if I run in on him?
Nope.
Okay, I would like to try. Would you say these guys are close enough? I could run in and check him, body check him, into him, knock them both away, or knock them
We'll
prone.
see. We can roll for it and see what happens.
What
Do you want to just sprint in there?
Sprint in, body check this guy, try to knock him at least away from Gimano, preferably into him,
Sure.
out of the way.
Sure. Let's see what happens.
What do you want me to roll?
Well,
First for
sprinting, so it'll be a strength check.
I should mention that your cloak doesn't have bonuses until you're actually on fire.
Until I'm actually on fire? Okay, I have a
So
cinder box.
where
That's
are
good to
you
know.
at? You're over there, so you are telling
I
him
got-
that on the battlefield?
Oh, I kind of mentioned it to him what you saw. I'm like, light yourself up, bro.
FYI.
I just had a flashback or even to his memory. Like,
Will that be my action?
I'm telling you.
If I had to light myself on fire, then is that my action?
yes.
Or
Remember.
Well,
That'd
if
be
you
a
have
bonus
two,
action.
if you have 2 actions, you could use one to light your cloak
well,
on fire.
that's the problem. I don't technically have 2 actions. I have 2 attacks.
Oh.
You can attack yourself with a tinderbox.
Let's start with what
We're
are
not doing so.
What was the check you wanted first?
Strength check.
Strength check. 20. Not natural.
It needed to be
Okay.
20.
I'm gonna run in, hit him. Could it be like an arm strike for damage on him
Sure.
to give him a blow? 5.
5. Five points of damage. And let's
Now that
see.
knocks. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, you knock him into the other one, and they both are knocked prone.
Badass.
Bill, could you, switch those 2 and then so that they
Oh.
lie prone?
Oh, good call.
Cantrip
Computer?
Like that.
Yep.
Okay, so that was pretty much all my motion to get there.
Okay.
I knocked prone. Yeah. I don't have, and my, okay. I don't know how it works with my second attack, if it has to be, melee, like, would it make sense to chuck a javelin after I get up there, or is that a little,
With the javelin, can you do range or melee?
like a stab on it?
Yep. No, because you don't unless
No,
you
range is
already
gonna be-
declared
Yeah,
that you
it's
pulled it
not
out.
it's not like a spear, so I don't have it ready to
Okay.
go.
No, say unless you had already unless you had declared,
Alright,
that would be your action.
I guess that's it then.
All right, Jonyoo. Oh, how many hit points do you have?
With my bonus, 69.
69.
So they are knocked prone.
way?
And you attack with advantage.
Sure.
Yeah, you said no way. Way.
Get him, Jonyoo.
And then there's 2 guys over here.
Yes. There's these 2 and those 2.
You missed, your arrows go into the void.
It's real bad.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Does that cloak stay lit up, or is there not a time on it?
Until it gets cast.
Oh, I am going to cast Dancing Lights and combine them into one. Combine them into one entity.
Okay.
Slot. And I'm hoping, since they're light creatures, that they know to turn and look at the light and be distracted.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast that right in the middle. Right. Hoping that these guys will turn this into Saturday Night Fever.
Okay. So roll. What does that do? Casting that. Is there any? Does it just create like a sphere of light?
Yeah, and so you can either do 4 individual smaller lights and place them around, or you can combine them into one medium-sized.
Bright light.
Yeah, like it almost forms like a medium-sized creature or like a.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna cast that right in the middle.
It doesn't seem to affect him that much. So that was your action.
Yep.
Would you like to move it all?
Yes.
That was light.
So you would have had to run across this wall and jump over Loosman. I would say roll athletics or acrobatics, whichever one is higher. The fireplace disappears.
Roll what? What'd you say? Athletics or what?
Acrobatics or athletics, either one.
Natural 20.
You're very smooth. You like turn the corner and slide right underneath Loosman and jump back onto your feet.
What is this? This
like
Gimano. Is this 60?
It's
It's
55.
folded. Yeah, it's folded. 55. It's folded.
Also, anyone's in play them for this stuff.
So after
Oh, chill.
Jonyoo, how many hit points do you have?
Oh, I didn't realize it stayed on the screen.
62. Gimano, you're up.
Yeah,
How many hit points do you have?
18.
8. You only have 18 hit points?
Left.
Oh, left. That's right. You got attacked, didn't you?
I got attacked twice.
That's right.
It's the, I don't know, maybe.
Something in my
Something in my pouch is really bringing it in.
Gimano's like our punching bag.
I'm gonna go with that chill touch.
All right.
The cantrip, whatever.
Alright, so what does that do?
+6. Or what?
If you don't know what it does, just click it, and then it'll tell you what it does.
Oh, I created a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature within. Make a range spell attack against the creature to assail it with the chill of the grave. On the hit, the target takes 1d8 necrotic damage and it can't regain hit point.
Okay. Yep.
I'll offer him.
So roll. So with advantage, go back to your. So yep. Roll a d20 and push.
Okay, again.
Perfect.
Get rid of that first. There you
22.
You have advantage, so you can roll again.
Hit it again.
Because you're attacking one of the ones on the ground.
7.
Okay, so yep, the first one definitely hits, and so now roll for damage. And so was the buff to spell hit or spell damage?
I thought it was spell damage. That's how I calculated my
Spell damage.
So on your next, on this roll, add whatever you're adding.
The
whatever
6.
modifier
Okay.
is,
It is spell
and then
damage.
6 more.
Because technically, spell hits are more calculated by saving throws for the
That don't
others.
look good. 4, so 10.
Easy math.
Is that right? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that plus 6. So you do 10 damage to which one did you just cold hand? Is that what it was?
Chill touch.
Chill touch.
I like cold hand.
Okay. Which one?
Oh, this one.
Usually as you're attacking with advantage.
Right. You don't have advantage over there.
Where do I have advantage?
Here.
The two that are knocked down.
Right. The 2 that are on the ground in front of you that attacked you.
Oh, I thought they were already dead.
No.
Am I overkilling it? The one on the left.
Okay.
Because I got something for
So
quarter
the one
staff.
on the right, not the one on the left.
That one there, the one on the left.
Okay.
I'll go for
Chill touch.
Alright. So you chill touch that one.
it. I thought they were
And you
dead.
get 10 points of damage. Alright. So now after Gimano, do you want to move it all?
Wait, why did it move? Is it that
Yeah, I
dead?
don't know. No, it's not dead.
Did I have a second action then, or?
No, you have one attack per action.
Yeah, so that's what you can,
Okay.
now you can move if you want.
No, I'm fine.
I mean, you don't have to.
No, you don't have to move Loosman.
You're not good.
So that orc disappears as well, so we can take that orc off the board.
I want to see that work. I'm going to jump down and attack this guy.
The one right there?
Yep.
Okay, that one has not been attacked yet.
Shit, I thought I could attack too. It wasn't
So-
supposed to attack me.
What is your attack? Are you doing a pounce or anything?
Of course not, because I'm just.
Yes. Well, it's already knocked
Yep.
Yes.
So how does that work? It has to, if I hit, it has to do a strength saving throw or be knocked prone for me to do my secondary attack.
So it wouldn't.
So it would be automatic a second attack.
Sure.
So I'll do.
Andy.
In this instance, we're
Sure,
gonna
because
do it.
they're already knocked down.
Okay.
We're not
So-
setting precedent necessarily.
Well,
Claw attack.
We're having fun and learning.
that's
Oh boy, are we.
21 hit is gonna hit.
Take 8 points of damage.
Okay, so you just do 8 points. Do it there.
And so I have a bonus attack, a bite attack.
All right.
That's not gonna hit.
All right. So you snap and just kind of go through its ethereal
Oh,
cloak
and then I can move, right? Without.
without causing an attack of opportunity. Yep. All right. So we're back at the top of the order. Rewis, how many hit points does Loonsman have?
It's 86.
86. She a badass now.
She grew.
86.
Yeah. She grew. She leveled up.
She could basically like eat multiple members of our
Well,
party.
she has a level like you guys do. She's level.
She's probably going to stay this way for a while and only get minor buffs from here. She kind of matured.
Oh, I ate goldfish.
If you want to have a goldfish, you can definitely have a goldfish.
Alright.
A little fast. Ouch.
It's a butt bag. Little baby.
that would be hilarious.
You saying that you found them all?
Goldfish and the milk drinker.
So I just run up to Hurey, and I say, "Let me ignite the flames of your rage." I use my tinderbox. Let his cloak on fire.
Fiery rampage!
So that's your action. And yep.
Nice. Okay, I like
And I
that.
stand back a little bit too.
Alright. So you
So no
did
big
that
golf.
take all your movement? Or you...
Yeah, that was all my 30.
Alright.
Movement action.
Alright. Vaz.
So I'm gonna do a thunderclap spell on the homie in front of me.
Alright. What are your rules?
Create a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature within range other than you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 thunder damage.
Okay.
Is that anybody?
That's everybody.
No.
Oh, do what?
Everybody needs to make a constitution saving throw.
I assume except for me.
You got like plus 10
Right, you were the one who's
constitution.
doing
So
this.
Within
I
how
know how
far?
What's that?
Within how far?
100 feet.
Oh, well,
So this-
everybody.
Everybody.
So I just hit that, right? Constitution.
21.
12.
So mine isn't.
It's like
14. I got a natural 20.
I'm at 11.
So anybody who...
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. So anybody under 14?
How do you know you have a natural 20? How would you know you have a natural 20?
This guy lands.
You got a 16.
Oh,
Like it hits 20 on its own.
but on here, what it says, or?
It will, yeah, and it'll actually add in.
Okay. 13 and under takes 6 points of damage, right?
1d6.
1d6.
So it'd be
So-
2-6.
Does everybody roll their own damage on that, or do you roll the damage?
I would imagine it's me.
That's right. Yeah, you roll the damage, and everybody takes that
Okay.
d6 damage.
I'm only 18. What was the?
Oh,
14
sorry.
was the number.
It's,
you needed.
it's 2d6.
Okay, so roll your 2d6
So-
damage.
I just realized because I'm 5th level, I was like, oh, weird. Okay. 3, 5.
So 8 points of damage.
My boys.
So everybody-
No,
Five.
Oh, sorry, yes, 3, 4, I got 3 and 2.
Okay, so 5 points of damage total.
Good,
Alright,
that's fair.
so you thunderclap, and how do you want to do that? Wow.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Ah!
My drum now. Just the little drum that I have with I destroyed it. It would have to be the loose end.
You Michael J. Fox it in the
Yep.
and
Everyone grabs their ears.
right, and you do damage to anybody who had 13 or below, Anybody get 13 or below? Alright, so they take the 5 points of
16.
damage.
What was that?
And
You got
Now
it.
you-
You rolled your constitution.
come
What did
make
you get on
a,
that?
Two bucks.
an athletics. An athletics
You
check.
just missed it.
12.
So you take 6 points of damage.
So as the thunderclap hits, it's a big bubble, and it's directed. Like it's directed in this direction, but it just kind of echoes out in all directions. It blows this off. Everything just got knocked off.
Shit, I don't know if I did or not.
So
And
does this roll stop?
Jonyoo makes the athletics saving throw. 7. So you stumble as this last piece of wall,
I don't know if it,
and you fall prone.
I don't know if it,
On the edge.
I don't know what my hit points were before.
Nope, she wasn't on. She wasn't on the edge. This is what got blown.
We're also trying to stop at 1 point. Now you're at 12.
Yeah, mine was probably flipped.
Now,
It's always down south.
you don't have to-
I don't think it registered, I just put a 6 in.
Yeah, I'll. Well, so my total amount was
That's
it then.
Yeah, that just shows rolls.
Okay. So after Raz is Hugh.
Hugh fell from hell yesterday, so he's getting out of here.
He's still booking
He's
it.
booking.
Alright. So an attack of opportunity on you.
Yeah.
He's booking.
And
Looking the wrong way.
he's gonna miss. I think it's 14.
Oh yeah.
Are you like moonwalking backwards towards the stairs just to show off? Is that why you're facing that way?
So they missed with their attack of opportunity.
Alright.
You sneak right behind and
Was that
you your
18
distance
already,
behind.
and I took 6, 12, or if it did.
As you're passing Raz, you kind
Good
of
job.
you take your sword. Oh, I was gonna say you take your sword and kind of pat him on the ass and roll it. Right? I'm out.
Hey, get another call in from you.
This is very Rewis of you. I'm out. No.
Oh, so I still have my action. I want to take a rock toward so is picking up a rock in action and throwing
You roll a
investigation.
yeah, an investigation check.
18.
18. You don't find a rock, but you find a piece of the arcane floor that's kind of breaking away, and you rip it free and chuck it. So I don't know.
Prone guy.
An unarmed ranged attack. Yeah, just do an unarmed attack.
Okay. 25.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. Then 4.
4 points of damage to the first level.
Yeah.
He's just laying there and you just.
Taking a couple molars.
You smack it right in the face, and blood kind of sprays, like an ethereal-looking spray comes out of its face, or an astral-looking spray. And then after Hugh's June.
Okay, I'm gonna go my 30 feet. 30. I'll stand in front of Hugh Mann. But I think I'm still gonna use my longbow and hit the person right in front of me. And
This one?
this one, sorry,
Oh, this one. Okay, gotcha. All right.
facing. So that is a 25.
That's gonna hit.
And a 6 for damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do the same thing again.
Okay.
And that's a 16.
16 hits.
And then 9.
All right. You do some pretty good damage to it, sinking 2 arrows deep into its torso.
Can I take out an arm?
What's that?
Like take out an arm?
You hit an arm, or maybe you grazed the arm all the way through, but both of them sunk into the torso. You can't call your shot. I can make you call your shot.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, you can, but you need to call it before.
So you can't
before
call it
it's
after you
right.
shoot.
Well, how it hits, it's not calling it half food.
Right. So after June's Bruno.
Want to go after the one that's back to me?
Alright, so you have advantage on this guy. So roll twice and take the highest one.
First roll.
So yeah, roll again to see if you get a double nat 20.
Can we acknowledge how chunky loons
Very, very fast. Oh, just a dirty 20?
Okay.
Unnatural 20? Or unnatural 22. Alright, so yeah, now roll. So now the rule is whatever. So take.
I rolled a dirty 16 last night.
I gave it my dirty 20.
And add 9. Because you automatically get your full
Not sponsored.
roll.
Definitely.
Threat.
Yes.
I think
15
someone
points
shirt
damage.
dirty 20.
So that's 15.
I want them dirty trophies.
I want that dirty 20s, yeah.
You club it, just smack it. It lets out a squeal as you do some pretty serious damage to it.
16?
Then I can use the other short sword.
And
thing.
you get the other attack, but that one is not an advantage. That one is just your regular roll.
19.
19's gonna hit, so do how much damage do you do there?
4.
Okay, so you did how much total here? You have 9. Is that what it was? Which one am I looking at? 19.
Total.
Because what was your? Okay, all right. All right. Yeah, you do some pretty serious damage to that guy. You don't quite knock him prone, but you're probably getting pretty close. Yeah, these guys are not. They're pretty squishy. So after Bruno, they are up. So it's going to squeal. Who's first? Yeah, that one's even first. So this one turns on you and immediately does its multi-attack. So it's going to bite at you first, and they're going to miss. And it's going to claw at you, and it's going to miss real bad that attack. So the first one misses. The second one was a critical fail. So it just right. Doesn't do anything. So got next. That one is a natural 20. Sorry, this guy was attacking Raz.
Alright.
He got a natural 20 on his claw attack, or on his bite attack, or its bite attack. I don't think they have a gender.
How would you know?
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Just ask.
My actions could be up with shit.
Yeah, roll an inspection for bat balls.
So 13.
Scientific reasons.
I'm sorry, what's that?
What did you say?
So I get 13 so we have 13.
This is damage?
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay.
So it does 22 points of bite damage, and then with its claw attack, it is a 16.
I'm dead.
And so 16 hits. That's going to be 8 points of slashing damage.
So 22 plus 8, so 30.
Yes.
I am dead.
You're down.
Yep. Now I'm on the death save.
So after him, we've got these guys hop up. They just kind of blink. They're back out.
Here we go again.
So the first one, it is 10 to hit. And we know that just hits Gimano. So the first one's bite hits, and its claw is going to be 15 to hit. So it hits with both. So we got one. So on the bite attack, it does 7 points of piercing damage. Looking at the claw attack, it does 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay, there you
You're down.
You're down.
You're down. one is going to jump on top of you and bite, and is going to hit with its bite and completely miss with its claw. And so it does get 9 points of piercing damage.
So if he's already knocked down, though, how do you?
So now it starts cutting him in reverse, and I think the rule is, and if it's not, this is how we're going to do it. If I reach his max hit points, I think he's dead.
27.
I'm already
And
dead.
so you're down. Yeah, you're not dead.
Well, I mean, at the 14, I was at 12 before on the first attack.
So now you're at a negative 11.
So the first attack killed me. Well,
Let's just not dig a hole deeper and just say.
It just stopped at 0.
No, we're at.
It's gonna go negative? Because if I want negative, then it's -2 plus whatever the last thing you said was.
I was just saying, I don't think
But
it's
it's not keeping, it's not keeping score.
it doesn't keep
Yeah,
track
so
of
you're
how
negative
far
11.
along there.
So again, you just need to keep track of that.
Well, last time was -11, so this. So I had -2 and then -9.
Yes.
So -11.
Yes.
Okay.
You're not too far off.
No. And so that one.
Just tell me.
This one
He's on top.
is on top of you. So they are done.
Keep him out of my pouch.
And so now after that, Hurey.
Okay.
Save my goldfish.
Now that I am,
Goldfish tears.
now that my fiery rage is going, I am going to attack him with my battle axe.
Every 7 minutes it gets
25 to hit.
25 is going to hit.
Nine damage.
Okay.
Sorry. I will do that again.
Okay.
18 to hit.
Hit.
9 damage.
How would you like to make him disappear?
I'm gonna cleave him right in the forehead for
Alright.
chalk.
You cleave him right in the forehead and it splits and he's very astral and ends up just like a
Come for your
vampire.
new asshole. Somebody got it. Somebody picked a funny. Okay.
Did you just hit that? We need to know. Alright. Alright, and so Hurry's done. Jonyoo. Okay.
I flipped.
Yeah, there you go. Alright.
Alright, so I'm going to fire at this guy. No. Oh. Rotate.
Yeah, alright. So roll for hit.
Obviously,
First love, second love, breakdown, sir.
No, he's coming to your rescue right now.
I'm
Late size friend. What's that? Oh, that's a gonna hit.
Hope he didn't shoot in my chest, because that's where it says DNR.
That's a gonna hit.
I don't even know what that says anymore. DNR.
Sorry, is that a 20?
That's a gonna hit.
Oh, Archer. That's what it means.
Dungeons and Dragons.
says
9 on the first hit.
Okay. Okay.
Natural 20 on the next. So.
Where do you want to get him? He's dead.
Oh, okay.
You annihilated him.
Right through the back.
Two back together. Alright.
That one?
And you take a big chunk out of it, you see it shoot through and off into astral space, and yeah, it falls over on top of Raz. It just kind of crumbles.
Shrivels up like a vampire and some lightning.
Half.
So I'll move towards the next one.
20 feet. Yeah, you can get next to her. After Jonyoo is Gimano.
Well,
You
I
are
was
down.
I always figured if I was going to die, it's going to be by some creature that keeps going back to life all the time. Back in the day.
I think now you have to roll.
And so now roll a
Save.
death save. Yeah. So roll a d20, or I think you can do it through the app.
Yeah, you can. Oh, I guess yeah, you do it out of that. Right. Sorry. Then you check it.
D20.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll a d20.
Well, that's not impressive. 12.
12 is a save. And so you can mark a save. Loonspin.
I'm going to do pounce on the guy that's on top of it.
Okay. Okay. We'll give you advantage on that. I like the trimming.
18 to hit.
Gonna hit.
But I
You have, yep, you can see if you get a 20.
Nope.
Alright.
So we'll take the 8 points damage. And you have to roll 14 saving throw. Check save.
A what?
14.
That's what I rolled. Okay. So after Jonyoo, after Loonspin, we're back to Rewis. What you got, Rewis?
This is enemy.
Yes.
That's Rasiel.
Yes.
Same.
Like dead I am.
How good are you at being a stump? I'm gonna pull out my rope and I'm gonna tie it around you, and then I'm going to unfurl it as far as I can this way, just in case the ground drops out.
And that's what it does right now. It's starting to separate.
Grab the rope! As I tie it around you, man, I don't mind.
Finally, I
I
can
can have more strength.
I might be on the good side. I don't know.
My fingers
I'm not in the middle. Maybe something wrong with it.
Alright.
I was not really dying, but yeah.
Straight up.
That was your action movement?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm on the steps right now.
Okay.
How far did the rope make it? Did it make it to,
Who are you chucking it at? Sorry.
right there? I'm trying to aim right at his feet.
Right at his feet?
Yeah.
And did you roll? You need to roll for that. We'll roll a. Ooh.
Athletics? Sleight of hand, though.
I would think it would be either athletics or acrobatics, whichever one. I don't know what it would be. So there's a feat of strength. Under strength, I would say this would be something that it would be a feat of dexterity. So it falls under the other of dexterity. And so just make a dexterity check.
Dexterity check?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Would I do athletics then to see if I catch it?
He's throwing it to you.
Yeah,
Or
roll a
where are you
7. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
in that general direction.
So no, you're not able to catch it. It kind of just falls.
Okay, but it's out there.
Yep, it's out there.
Okay. Let's tie around human too. I'm out on the loop.
Alright, so that's Rewis.
That's
Raz.
me.
Death
Death
save.
save.
Roll number 1. 4. So what's a save? Is it over 10?
10 or over. Okay. It's meet or beat. It's 10. Hugh.
So I just for knowledge, what death save? How do you save that?
You give him a potion, or if you have healing spells, I think. Or do you, at this point, I think it's.
I'm pretty good at dying, so.
I think you could do a medicine check if you have medicine. Does that sound about right?
So, a past medicine check brings a downed companion to 1.
Stabilizes, right?
If you raise their health above 0, it also stabilizes them, but they can't take any. They can take bonus actions. They can't take actions.
Okay.
The turn after they come back.
So, yeah.
Do you need to have a skill to do the medicine check of some
Just a
kind?
medicine
Your
check.
hands.
Yeah.
Okay, just you put your hand and you stop the bleeding. Okay, just for me
I
idea.
Exactly.
onto
Lay my.
the stairs.
Okay.
I'm on that floating one. And what if I uncork
Separates a little more.
No!
What did I say?
And
And so
just
June would make a
whip it at you. Get it
dexterity
out.
check.
Sounds like you just check with
If you're doing your timeout.
Oh my god. What if I
20.
uncork my potion of healing
Okay.
and just try to whip it at him and get some in his mouth?
At okay.
Raz?
I think we literally, I think Marcus and I had this discussion today.
Could work.
And so as long as it splashes on him,
So I don't need to uncork it. So I just
like they could absorb
Molotov
through his
cocktail it.
You don't have to hit in the mouth.
That is exactly
That's
what
a
we
better-
said earlier today, right?
For filming, if it hits in the mouth.
Well, I mean, yeah, like we'll do it. I mean, there'll be a check on it.
I'm sure we'll just have a water
So-
ready.
And so,
Okay.
yeah,
I'd like to
that is-
pour my healing potion into a super soaker and
honestly can't believe. Leave it to you to do this, and
yeah.
that's fantastic.
First up,
June,
Two.
what did you roll? 20? Okay, so you kind of whoa and turn around and look and see the platform. You move away and you see this other creature, or the dead one. Or no, that one wasn't dead, was it?
Yeah, it was dead.
Okay, it was dead. The body falls, and you maintain your balance. But that side is starting to float away. And so you make an athletics or acrobatics check, which that one would be athletics, I think.
I'm fine with that.
Oh no!
He throws it the opposite way.
Straight into the woods.
So you throw it,
As it's
and
moving away.
it like lands right here and shatters, and kind of comes up this way, but doesn't quite get to him and runs into this little piece of cloud.
Straight off.
And yeah, kind of
Bounces off.
right. And so it doesn't quite meet.
Rasiel sticks his tongue out.
And let's see. And so after Hugh is June.
So,
June,
Yeah, I
what
was
do you
gonna
got?
say you can't really move.
do you want to
Yeah.
throw me?
What?
Do you want to throw me?
He's been waiting for this.
He's been waiting for this. So,
So can you like throw me at that one?
sure. Absolutely. So you, alright, so you want him, so you holler to Hugh to throw you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can totally do that.
Where
So you can, yeah, I would say you make an athletics check.
Okay. 19.
Alright, yeah, you easily cross
Sure.
that
Yeah,
gap
we
right
roll
there.
well.
And as you're on the roll, you grab her and throw.
Oh, he crosses it.
Yes. And grab her and throw. At this one?
Yep.
Or over there? At this one?
Towards this guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so.
Can I like kick him? Like, you know, like.
Flying.
I would say that would be an unarmed strike. We'll call it an unarmed strike.
You're gonna basically drop kick this guy.
Fly kick. How do I do that?
I think there's an unarmed strike.
It's in the very bottom of your weapon.
Roll base. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So
okay, perfect.
I needed to roll a natural 20 on one of my rolls, and I did. This shakes, and Raz's body kind of flips over onto the puddle, and he has one. It absorbs, and it breathes it in a mist of it, and it absorbs through his face, and you cough and you come back around to consciousness. You have 1 hit point, and you're still prone.
Take it. And I'm still prone.
You're still prone.
Sweet. So I'm just looking at this chasm that I have to cross. Like,
You don't even see it yet. You're face down. You're face down.
Oh, okay.
Does this dude like eat my chest or something still? Or?
Yeah, he's attacking you right now. So that was Hugh, June.
Do you want me to roll
His
for my
first
ally?
Roll for an arm attack.
15.
That's
15 is going to hit.
Zombie like shit.
15 hits.
Okay, it was 20 with my modifier.
20. You do 20 points of damage to.
No.
No, it was.
Oh,
It
20.
did, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It wasn't a natural 20, it was
No.
an unnatural. Okay,
Yeah.
so yes, that hits. A
And
dirty 20. So
I
that
have
hits.
like a 3 and then a little that.
What?
That's you do 3 points of damage on your
3
unarmed
points.
strike.
Yep.
Okay, so you hit him and do 3 points of damage, and which one is that? There's this one.
And is that both of my attacks, or
Yes, that's this guy.
can I do one more?
Yeah, you do an athletics check. Acrobatics.
25.
You get your feet underneath you, you land easily, and yeah, you can do another one of your attacks. If you have multi-attack, you can do one more attack.
Okay.
Because of the perfect spiral.
I have the barbed dagger, so
Okay.
I'm gonna go with that. And I'm at 20 unnaturally.
Unnaturally, that's good hit. So roll for damage.
And so then
How
4 points of damage. 4.
4 points of damage.
You get to choose the killing
It coughs up some of this whatever astral innards, but it's still hanging in there.
Is it on the ground at least? Because I like kicked it? Or like flew in at it? Or am I just
It
small?
maintains its balance.
Okay.
All right. So after Jude, Bruno.
What?
What's back here?
I'm gonna do one of this is kind of be a combination of that. That's if I can do my first. Let's see, I'll use my first short sword melee swing at him as I'm running by. Grab June to get close and then get closer to the steps.
Okay. So you should do your first attack.
21.
21 is going to hit. Roll for damage.
5.
It lets out a squeal as you come past, and it rolls a 17 on its opportunity attack.
I have armor of 13.
13, alright, so it's going to hit with its bite. It snaps its claws at you, or snaps its jaws at you. Not claws. 10 points of piercing damage. And then you want to grab June and run the rest of your distance.
Yes.
Alright.
I just like little football.
Yes.
Really hard.
So make an athletics check.
It's only a little grumpy.
And do you want to consent to this?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's probably for my own.
Alright.
Athletics. 28.
28, yep, you easily grab her. Like you
I'm grumpy, but I let you.
right? So you run and yeah, and you grab her and go. And so run your whatever your distance is. Alright. And so now after Bruno are them. And so this one is going to turn and make an attack at what's meant to attack at Hugh. I don't think I'm gonna hit you. 14. 14 to bite. Misses. And that one's not 14. So it misses with both of its bite and claw attack, and the other one bites down. It hits with. Actually, no. It's
Is
going
he attacking?
He was attacking this one, but now it's being attacked, so it turns, stands, and attacks Loonspan. And that's going to be 17 to hit with the bite. 17's going to hit, and 14 with the claw. Does 14 hit?
Oh, well, can I do a reaction?
Yep, you can do reaction. Yep, 2 attacks. Did a bite first and a claw second.
I'll do the shadow retreat. So if I get hit, so I got hit by the first attack.
Yep. And then the second one,
So I can duck my
14. I don't know if the second one hit. Or do I only get one attack because you do that reaction before the second
Yes, I
attack?
do reaction takes my roll.
Okay.
That's your rope.
So I can pounce away.
Okay.
So I can move off.
Which way you going?
Back towards Germany.
And that's without provoking. Yeah, I think so. So that's what you got?
Yep.
Alright.
How was the first damage?
Hurry. First damage was 12 points of piercing damage. I might be wrong, but that's what my D10 is on.
I would like to run straight. Like, is Giovanni in the way, or could I run?
You don't have a penalty for going over, so you can.
So I would like to do the same kind of strength check, body check into him, and see if I can push him over the edge.
Athletics
Okay.
check, yeah.
Athletics or strength?
Strength.
Okay, because I have advantage because I'm rage. I have my fiery cloak of
Sure,
rage.
fair enough.
He's on fire.
But we're not going to use that one. 18.
18. Let's see here. That's enough to, yeah, you hit him and knock him easily off the edge.
and onto the edge. Fuck you, buddy! Okay.
Yeah, and so you're using rage, so make an acrobatics check.
Oh shit, I didn't want to do that. Ah. 16.
16, you maintain your balance.
I'm able to
You come
stop.
right to the edge, but you're able to maintain your balance.
Okay, so that was like a very small amount of my motion,
Sure, we'll call it.
like maybe 10 feet.
Yeah, that's
Okay. Can I pick up Giovanni, make a run and a jump, or is another jump an action? Another
A jump
action.
would be another action.
I'll allow
So
it.
okay, I'm gonna at least pick him up and move towards the staircase.
Okay.
So he's. Do I have to do a check to pick him up, or is he strong enough?
You're raging right now. Yeah, you easily just grab that little wizard.
He's all 98 pounds.
But you are on
98
fire.
pounds dead.
Oh shit, I am on fire.
Yeah.
Good point.
And so.
Like, there's no help with his
Technically,
body.
you
It's
take 3 points of fire damage.
He's already out.
Yes, he is.
Oh, wait, yeah. Let's
Sorry,
see.
I went
Yeah, 14.
You're getting the hell out of there. I don't know that you fucked him because you need to get out of there right now. So I don't know that it was a bad decision. You don't know how hurt he is, but you're not letting him
But
die.
at least I'm
You
getting.
didn't jump on that first. did you?
So,
Always live in life and death.
Sorry.
So you have that guy over here.
Well,
It's like this.
I retract that.
I'm gonna fire arrows at the other guy.
okay. Alright, so you hit.
Rasiel? Hit him while he's down.
Don't mind me just soaking up all
Good
the
hit.
Just whipping it off the ground.
But I.
What are you doing over there, Raz?
Eight.
Second shot.
Natural 20.
Nice.
So that's 15 automatic.
Yes, whatever your hit is.
And then another 12.
Alright. Want to knock him off the edge with those arrows? Because they hit him with force.
Yeah.
Alright. So now they're down. And
I mean, they
so
still
that
can't
is the
fly.
last one. How would you guys like to proceed here?
You can get
Do you have?
Yeah, someone needs to go grab Raz.
Why? I
So
have
we're-
one health point, so I assume I
I
can
think we're going to remain in initiative until you get down the stairs. And so all of the bad guys are dead. John, you just went. Gimano's up, so make your death save. Or your life save, I guess. Half full instead of half empty. Your life saving throw.
Yeah, roll a
Go
20.
back.
Oh, that's good.
I don't think it'll be powerful.
10. Alright, so you got a
Save.
save. So you've made 2 saves so far. Gimano's balloon spin.
So Hurey, how badly do you want to throw this guy out there?
That's one of your guys.
Oh,
That's
that's
Gimano.
That's
That's yeah.
But if you want to jump there,
Yeah, he's a damage.
I'm a little charmed and a little dead, but
I'm at least trying to get him out of here.
Yes.
If you were closer, I'd
All
aim
of
for
you
you,
is on the
Rod.
board
I'm
today.
sorry.
John,
So
you were
now
close
we're
right
trying to get-
John, you was just looking
Very like I'm going to
like her off.
We're speeding here, so if you have enough to jump or something, now would be the time to do it. So
That's okay. If I can, I know what I
you want to
can
move
do.
10 feet, and then did she eat one of the jump bugs, or what is her? Okay, so that
she's got plenty of distance.
Okay.
She just run and jump through the portal.
okay. So I was gonna say make a
Athletic.
athletics check.
throw me off the edge.
She had to do an athletics check.
That'd be great. Fall
Because
all the way through.
what does she have for distance? What's her jump right now?
Well, okay, so my calculation, we went through, we started.
Because how far can she jump, and how far do you want to jump?
From a standing spot, she can jump 27 feet. From a run, she can go 54.
So how would you like to jump? That's what's our distance?
This is 60.
That's 60.
Understand, like she can run,
10 feet.
she can go 60 feet, you know, in her turn.
But is she doing the frog jump, or what jump? What kind of jump is she doing? Does she drink, or does she eat the frog stew, or? So that was the rule was she has to run 10 feet and then double the bonus, right? And I can't remember what that formula was.
Can I make it to the portal?
I don't think so. Well, maybe if you move 10.
So move it 10 feet.
Yeah, so we're moving
And
10,
then-
And then I can go 54.
and then you can go 54. And it's how far? Because you're jumping in an arc.
That should do.
Well,
I believe her.
There's your.
yeah. Well, I think
This is 55.
You can do it!
so. That's 50. And so
I mean, it's worth a try.
You're at least gonna get on this. You're at least gonna get on the staircase.
You got claws. You can fall on the edge of it.
that's it. Then yeah, you just make the jump. And I was gonna say, I mean, all I was rolling for was flavor. But if you want to just jump, then just jump. So after one spin is Rewis.
Okay. I cast Unseen Servant. It has a range of 60 feet. Create an invisible, wireless, shapeless medium force. It performs a simple task at my command. It can move up to 15 feet. And it has AC 10, strike the 2. So I'm going to cast it approximately here.
Okay.
It's going to move, it's going to grab the rope and do a little scoot.
Okay.
So it curves the rope.
Curves the rope. Okay. I got this,
Oh god, I'm moving the world.
and that's another thing. Do you have enough power to move one of the floating islands closer?
I also, I mean, you guys, this is table talk. I've got the jump.
Like the entire landmass?
Since it's floating.
So if I can get up
That is
and
table
run,
talk. So yeah, you can do that when you get up.
that's what I mean. I have to be able to get up and run and then
Yes.
get there. But
You're next. So
I'm just saying,
I don't
I
have
don't know
like
if they have to go through all the
complications. Like the unseen servant is basically like a really small, wimpy person that's invisible. So I imagine the only thing they can really pick up is like rope or small objects or something like that.
So with one hit point, you can get up.
Like, right, you
Right,
have
yeah.
to send it to you, and then are these floating enough that you can?
Oh, right.
You
You
can
just gotta reload.
alright, Rasiel's turn.
pull it back.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Okay, so what do I have to do?
You need to
to
use
get
half your movement to get up.
half my movement. Okay,
Get up.
so I can get up.
Yep. And so now you have half the movement to apply to your jump. So you're gonna have to do math again.
So what was your ability to jump from standing? Wasn't it like 5.5?
Yeah,
I recommend grabbing the rope.
that's what I'm thinking.
Where'd that voice go?
Okay, I'm gonna turn.
He
and grab
casts
this.
disembodied
I'm gonna
grace.
turn and grab this rope.
You see the rope laying next to you, so you turn and grab it.
Wrap
As
it
you
around
get
myself real quick, just to really,
Double
really
it up.
make good use of it.
Yep, good call.
And then I don't know how far is this? Actually, like 10 feet.
This is
Probably-
15.
Yeah, there you go.
So you yell out with a jump and a pull.
I would say that is an easily jumpable distance right now.
Okay, well then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just jump across
All right.
there.
But with the rope attached to you,
With the rope
you jump
attached to
across,
me.
make an athletics check.
Oh. Natural one, any foes?
14. Yeah.
So this is not a strong suit. 10, 11.
11 is enough, and so you jump across, moving everybody. And so that is that. You might be able to move 5 more feet. You're not going to be able to jump from.
No, I was
You
just saying I
should
can't.
jump.
I can't jump.
So
I'll
Hugh.
stay there.
You got one since it's a crisscross.
So
They'll
I
make you
think
jump.
Ropes
Right.
on you.
ropes on me. So then I should jump across. Because the rope is tying me at the waist. So I jump
And how much
across and
slack is on you?
the slack
Okay.
on this side. So then everybody.
Real quick though, is he holding this or are you holding it?
No, yeah, the
Okay.
extra
You
points
may-
cast him is technically just
It's
slack.
just slack.
Yeah.
Okay.
man.
Okay.
So I think that's plenty of slack for me to jump over there.
Okay. So you jump. Make an athletics check.
Well, he's holding it.
Yeah, I really hope.
Oh!
I think I blinked a little bit.
17. Yep, you make the jump and
Nah,
pull just enough for
just
it to have a
a little
little
bit.
bit taut. So after Bruno is hurt. No, not after Hugh. After Hugh was June.
So can I move and jump?
Yeah.
So then if I move to the end and then jump over.
Alright, so everybody at this point now, for the sake of brevity, we've cleared everything. Everybody's going to make it now. I think we've gone through everybody enough. You're able to escape. And so everybody can just
To make it.
start moving. Yep, we're not fighting anymore.
So I make the jump with Giovanni on my shoulder?
Yeah, we-
Okay.
Gimano.
Giovanni?
Jymon.
Gimano, sorry.
I accepted it.
I think
I'm
Gimano
like,
is great.
I'll go by anything, I'm dead.
Alright, you wipe out all of the
I did
weird
blink
looking
though. I saw it.
astral creatures. Let's see here.
I got him.
5.
I was gonna turn around because my head's bouncing on the stairs.
Basically, you're just like our weekend at Burton's.
Now, the main party, not you three. Everybody else split 2250 experience points.
So I
Five.
As soon as he jumps across, I lay on healing hands.
So 4.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you
12.
450.
Oh wait, how many negative?
450 total.
what's that?
How much negative does that count? Does that matter?
Yeah, I'm not.
Where do you do
Doesn't matter.
that?
You're out of combat.
You're not getting those. He's
Well,
giving
I
yours.
get 12.
Okay. So you give him 12, so he coughs back to life. You guys get back out.
Oh, that's right.
You
From
get
last
out,
time.
and you come running through running down the staircase. You explode out through the portal, back out into the Heart Grove, where everybody is. And as soon as you get out, the mages that are around, they look and they see you, and they shut down. They shut down the astral portal,
Shut it down!
and you see it. Whoop, the sky above you. The beam goes up and disperses, and it's night now. It's barely the dusk is still just the sun is just going over the horizon.
Do I see it? Am I gonna call
You're alive.
Oh,
What do you
Add
have?
12 points to your heal.
it? Holy cow.
And so you make it back, and
So, yeah.
Shalara and
Whatever the
Sarah
goodness-
and
Whatever the current God is in this world, thank you. Successes.
druids, mages, townsfolk.
How do I do that?
Gather around.
What do you guys?
And you've brought it.
Oh,
It's
heal.
been
Duh,
probably
12.
since this started. It's probably been maybe 20-25 minutes, and
I'm used to healing.
so now you've drawn kind of a crowd around. Oh no, you guys came back and had a long rest, and so this piece took maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. And so you come back in, and there's kind of a crowd starting to gather around the Heart Grove, kind of seeing what the commotion is. As you guys step out of the portal closes. And so Shalara comes up to you and asks how is everybody? She's looking at everybody. Druids come around and start healing everybody and casting healing spells, and so everybody gets their full hit points back.
That's gonna sell me like that.
Yeah.
What's that? He's got papers?
He's got papers.
Papers.
Oh, good. So this is the DTI.
Show me your
Oh,
papers. No.
I didn't have the points to get back up to 27.
Wasn't that from Gotcha? I know you guys know the movie Gotcha.
Can I
I think
pull
that's the only time I can put the DTI one.
Can I pull Rewis aside real quick?
Young Anthony Edwards?
Was that the like tag? Okay. What's
Can
up,
I
Doc?
pull Rewis aside real quick and ask him a question, kind of quietly?
Sure.
Okay. Did you promise them this cloak if we succeeded? I don't remember at the beginning of this.
I mean, I don't think it was 100% cinch deal or anything like that.
Okay. Because I'm just wondering if they would like take that thing off.
I literally died twice.
So can I extinguish it just so it's a little less noticeable right now, since I'm still kind of
So, roll an investigation check.
So I'm doused you with a malt sugar.
16.
You need to find some water and
Can I just roll, stop, drop, and roll?
Yep, stop, drop, and roll, and you put it out.
Oh, so that's where this makes sense.
Alright, so you stop, drop.
So everyone's watching me roll around on the ground.
What's up with him?
You know, you can take it off and just.
Oh, smack it on the ground.
Hey, look at you.
Okay.
Since your age got to actually.
Still sitting there just laughing. Wow.
Alright, so you put the cloak out, and Shalara and Sarah and all the other druids are very interested in the documents that Hugh was able to get.
I understand.
Oh, you,
And a tome.
you promised them the documents, not the cloak.
I'm like, maybe I'll make a trade.
Oh,
We didn't,
okay.
we didn't seal any deals with
Okay,
him.
okay.
I step in front of him real quick and like, yet again, we have some objects of your interest. Yet again, we have gone through considerable risk. I imagine, given all the documents that we have passed on to you, that this would be worth even more gold.
If you can make sense out of the documents, by all means, have at it. But when you're finished, we can talk.
And he died again.
So,
I mean, people are dying here. So can I do an inspection?
people are dying. You are not wrong. We lost many druids. We lost several druids and several wolves in the attack.
Skill issue.
If you would like to test that, we can definitely.
Maybe later.
And then,
Just like
there's probably 75 druids behind Shalara right now that kind of step up, and they also intercede.
You maybe should have been there when they were dying. It's not on me. Anyway,
I'm not one for the legends, so I'm not in it.
Are you not the ones who chose to take on those dangers?
From what I remember, we've saved the Enclave once before.
That is why you're here. Yes.
Okay. So,
you were rewarded.
didn't make a bad game.
And I do believe there were.
What do you say about head attack?
That's all, yeah. I mean, there's those magic hands again. Background.
So where are we at on these documents?
Can I inspect them first? Alright.
Yeah, okay, so.
If that's cool with you. You are the Arbiter right now.
I mean,
I can get you a lot of money here.
We're on the same team.
I have the paperwork, and then I have tome. Is there any visual distinction between the two?
One, the tome is a book, and the parchments are just a bunch of scrolls that are rolled up together. That aren't bound.
Is there a distinction? Is it the same language?
It is the
Is
same
one
language.
more-
Do an investigation check.
Alright.
I'm gonna do that at the same time too. I'm looking over his shoulder.
Okay.
18.
19.
I probably don't need to do that now.
Right?
410-4.
I know languages. I know many languages.
That's a 20!
Looks at it, and at first he.
I turned my back.
At first he was reading it, he's like, yeah, there's something familiar, and then it just, he loses, I mean, he just starts thinking about milk.
I put my previous milk into my pocket, and I now pull it out. I put it in my inventory. I pull it out.
Alright, so you start sipping on that milk. And you, with a natural 20, you look at it, you're examining it. What languages do you speak?
Celestial and Gnomish and Common.
You recognize it as the same handwriting. It looks like it has been written over the course of time. I mean, like it almost looks like the tone and the parchment have different fade. Like it fades. It's like more aged on the bottom, and then gets newer as the parchment does. The tone is all one age, and it's also aged. And you recognize the handwriting is identical, so you know it's the same person.
It is a different
very,
language.
very, very old.
And is it a language I'm not familiar with?
It's a language you don't know.
What is the language?
I can't read it, but do I recognize it? Like, can I tell if it's Elvish or anything?
You
Even though I
you
can't-
recognize it as it's definitely an Elven language.
Okay.
Elvish language.
That's an Elvish.
Right? Do you speak Elvish?
I'll speak a few.
Well, there we go.
High Elf. No, wait. Elvish, Common, Celestial. Sylvan, and Dwarfish.
So are you communicating this?
Yes, I would like to gesture to him on my thing.
It was just Elvish.
Yeah, go
I
on.
speak Elvish.
Okay. So roll an intelligence check. No, roll
I flip it
a
open in my arms.
roll a history check.
Oh, that's
I also cast Comprehend Languages. I'm
25.
Oh shit, he's got it.
25.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to read it, and you also can tell that the handwriting is more steady than the on the older pages, and it gets more erratic, and you can read it and you understand it, but I mean it doesn't really make sense to you. It's just a journal.
Okay, so what's just something I wrote?
It's not something you wrote.
It's like, I don't know.
I mean, you read it, and
It's not my handwriting. It's not my handwriting. Right?
But I mean, there's so much there that it's going to take you hours to read it all.
Does it say anything on the cover or anything like that? Like the initial pages? Or is it just all just journal?
It's just a journal.
What's the
You
last?
see drawings and stuff in it.
What's like the last entry? Is it anything notable, or is it just boring stuff?
Well, I mean, it's just the chronicling of. I mean, you don't know. I mean, it's the chronicling of this. You know that the name of the person is Thaldrin Kane. He's old. He's working on something, but I mean, you don't have time to read a lot.
His last,
How long did you read?
the last entry on it, there's nothing specific.
Oh no! Are you okay?
You alright?
Okay, I've been worrying about mine, so now I'm worried. I was thinking every time, like, I think I might have to bring one down. It's like, not rolling on there.
Take that stone wall, stop your phone.
Right? You alright?
Yeah.
Surviving? Alright.
You rolled a nat 20.
That's not good.
You know how the epic fails.
Whoa. Little adventure there.
No good. You alright?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
You rolled a nat 20 on that fall, so.
What's
The
it?
chair.
What was his athletics then?
I'll swap you.
Okay.
Special things.
Alright.
I got something fixed.
So, for the sake of time, we want to get him to the druids.
Sure.
think it's about time.
Alright.
Maybe if we give it to them, then they'll know more information and be able to lead us forward in our journey.
200 gold.
Alright.
Yeah, because
Alright, you.
I look at this.
it's kind of boring to me.
Alright, so you go and drink at the inn for a while. The scholars take away the scrolls. They come back later and they are able to give you a synopsis of what is going on. So they tell you that it was a very powerful mage named Thaldrin Kane. He's a 523-year-old high elf who once walked the sun-dappled forests of the deeps. His life took a dark turn when his partner, the elven healer Lindaro, contracted a mysterious disease during a perilous mission to the Underdark. Despite Thaldrin's best efforts, the disease consumed Lindaro. Thaldrin had to watch him waste away, becoming a shell of his former self, unrecognizable at the end. This left Thaldrin heartbroken and desperate. They came across what they Thaldrin started to. They're summarizing a blame and kind of like a promise here. As time passed, Thaldrin blamed the Dark Elves, believing they harbored the disease as a weapon. His grief turned to rage, and he vowed revenge. A shadowy figure approached him, an enigmatic being who promised Thaldrin the power to manipulate time itself. All he had to do was deliver a dragon egg to the would-be conqueror. Thaldrin's arrogance fueled his acceptance. He would wield time as a weapon against those who stole Lindaro from him. And that was inside of the tome. Inside the scrolls, it was kind of his plan, what his master plan was. And so Thaldrin's mastery of chronomancy grew over centuries. He studied ancient texts, consulted with renowned scholars, and delved into forbidden rituals. His most remarkable achievement was the creation of the Otapatas ritual, a convergence of arcane energies. His time manipulation grew powerful, allowing him the ability to coordinate between 3 different versions of himself, with the ability to send an object to any point in time and space. Shalara then ends the debrief from the scholars, and she concludes the debrief by saying, "And so Thaldrin strides through the ages, a living paradox, seeking vengeance and redemption. His arrogance palpable as the morning mist conceals a heart torn between love and fury. May his journey through time be both his salvation and his curse." And I totally have the help of AI with that.
So how much are those worth to you?
What's that?
How much are those worth to you?
I believe we came to an agreement with some enchantments. So,
Well, can I get those crossbow bolts
and
from you?
that is, I think what we will call it.
Throwing daggers?
And so,
Well, I get enchantment that allows me to throw.
all that chair had to do was hang on 10 more minutes.
Why do you do that?
10 more minutes. You can go to the screen refresh